play a
Hello,
little
hello,
fun
hello.
game after we finish playing Ace Attorney tonight.
Ooh, what game?
It's called Crime or No Crime.
There you go. Crime
Oh,
or no
I
crime.
can't wait.
Here it is. Hello, everybody.
Hey.
Welcome.
Hello, everyone.
No one in chat has yet
Hello.
exclamation point land hoed. So, you know,
Wow,
race.
sure?
really?
Oh,
You
there you
sure?
are. You did it. There it is. Look at the bottom of the screen. It
Okay.
pops up. Look at that.
There we
How
go,
nice.
there
You
we
claimed the
go.
land. Not quick enough on the draw, Extreme Vote Guy. Not quick enough on the draw. It is a thing. It's the equivalent of first here, Fuel King, right? Instead of shouting
Harry
first,
is very quick. It's hard to compete.
instead of shouting first, we do
Land
claiming the
ho.
land.
Feels good to be a landowner, I'm just saying.
It shouldn't need to use the extension. If you type in exclamation point land ho, Extreme Bulk Guy, it should just work. Dylan didn't use any extension.
That's a
I
good point.
fixed it.
Oh. He's probably trying to do like a Seeds of Knowledge extension thing.
Which there is one, but he shouldn't need to
Oh.
have it. He should just have it. Like, you don't do anything with that, Dylan. I know you don't. So, like, it should just work. Yeah.
Couldn't redeem. No.
Yeah, I don't know why that doesn't really work. You really got to do the
It's just a chat thing.
commands.
I'm kind of sad we're explaining to chat because I want to be the only one who knows about it.
Well, John already knows. He claimed it the other
Well,
day.
we can't keep it secret forever. We gotta give other people a chance.
Yeah.
Ah,
The people
you
want
say that.
to claim the land.
How fun
But,
would it be if you didn't have
yeah.
any competition?
So unfortunately, Seeds of Knowledge are now solely commands in chat. They all start with exclamation point. They're all no spaces. To claim the land, it's exclamation point land ho.
Yes.
There actually
We
is...
We had to make this adjustment, but hopefully it'll be a smooth adjustment in the long
It'll
run.
iron it out in a second. But on top of that, there is, for this specific games only, there is, for 500 Seeds of Knowledge, a command that is exclamation point water, which forces me to give Mars and Dylan a water break.
Oh my god, I have no water next to me!
Neither do I.
Yes.
Oh no!
So, that is a thing now. You can force me. Oh, well, now I have a water break. There it is. See at the bottom of the screen, it comes up blue and everything. Very
Okay,
nice.
so we know it works.
Yeah, go get your water, guys. This is your water
Alright,
break. Do
BRB.
it.
Alrighty, I'll be back.
Hurry up. Chop, chop. 5 minutes. I'm counting. At most.
Oh, shit. Okay.
So, chat. You liking that? Yeah, see, there you go. See, Extreme Vote Guy, you managed to do it with the command. So, yes, Seeds of Knowledge, I wouldn't worry about the buttons at the bottom. They're supposed to work. Don't know why. It does. It popped up at the bottom. It means all of my, little, whatchamahoos work. I don't know what the word is off the top of my head. Alerts work. So, that's good. We tested it with Lanto. We tested it with Water Break. All of the alerts work.
Has this ever happened to you? You're on the sidewalk and you see someone doing something and you're like, wow, that guy's committing a crime. But you don't actually know for sure. And and you want some verification. You think you're hot shit. You know what a crime looks like, don't you? We
It
all
feels
do.
like I do,
Or
yeah.
do you? Well, at the end of stream today, we'll have our first annual Crime or No Crime.
I hope it's not
competition.
annual.
We made it back in time.
Listen, it's annual in the sense that I'm going to do it at least once a year.
Okay. I hope it to be more than once a year, though.
At maximum, it'll be once a year. At minimum, it'll be more than
Yes.
that.
Test your legal knowledge with Dylan, our lawyer in training, and
Yes.
see if you
With
know
everything you've learned over the weeks.
what a crime really
Absolutely.
is. He will give you a couple options or something. I don't exactly know. I sort of left it up to
I'll
him.
explain.
All
I'll
right.
explain.
That's at the end of stream, guys, so stick around to the end. You're gonna
Yes.
want to be here.
See,
You're gonna want to
this
make
is
sure.
why you want to stick around through all the bad voice acting.
Indeed.
Bad
And-
voice acting.
It's
Whoa.
good voice acting. We're good. Maybe I'm the bad one, but everybody else, we're good.
No.
All right. I
That's
like
my
have to
tag on
remember.
YouTube. I have to bring it over to Twitch as well.
I have to remember Lunch Lady's voice. But all right.
Was
With that,
kind of sultry.
yeah, I kind of remember it. I'm pretty sure I
Kinda.
remember it. But
Putting it very lightly.
with that, we will continue with Rise from the Ashes. How grand.
Let
Yes, I
us
want to load.
go and
Every
take
time
off.
Every time it double asks me if I want to load yes or no, I'm always afraid I'm gonna like delete the save accidentally because it feels like that sort of screen, right? When it's like making sure.
Sorry, I would cry.
Dun, dun.
February 23rd, 9:34 a.m. District Court Defendant Lobby Number 2.
How did the investigation go yesterday, Mr. Wright?
Frankly, there are still a lot of gray areas. And some gay areas.
Well, those too, but it's more like the whole thing is one big gray area.
Yes, but when it comes to Edgeworth, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Don't worry about me, no matter what the outcome.
Fuel King, you act like balsa wood is less strong than paper, which is not true.
I'm ready to accept my fate. This is what we prosecutors do. We just accept our fate and don't fight back, no matter what.
Listen, don't bump into that guy Dylan. He'll break into a million pieces. Your bones are made out of diamond.
I believe in you, sis. Mr. Wright, let me offer you a word of advice.
I don't really know if I want to be taking advice from you, because I know that when I was the defendant, I didn't plead guilty to a crime I didn't do, and assuming that how this normally goes, you didn't actually do it, and you're being blackmailed or something. So, I don't want to take any advice from you. No offense. But, sure.
A defense attorney should never believe their client.
This...
Nani?
Yeah.
This is the exact opposite of what Mia told you in the very beginning.
You're very not Mia.
I see why they had their differences. The defendant is called to the trial because they are suspected of wrongdoing. Never forget that.
Yeah, but they're being defended because sometimes you accuse incorrectly. Like every time that I have been to court, literally every time. I've been to court 4 times.
Literally.
And every time, the person called to the stand as a defendant has been not guilty. Actually, if you include myself, there's been 5 different defendants. That's all I'm gonna say. Just saying. You know, there was 2 for 1 on that one deal there. But, Miss Sky, you remind me a lot of Mia. What? Oh, here it is. But there is one decisive difference between you and her. It's this what we talked about right here.
Getting to that.
Okay.
And that is?
You're not a defense attorney. Bam bam, wham wham. Let's go. Shut up.
Okay. Phoenix having that epiphany is the equivalent of Deku in My Hero Academia going, I have legs! I just got that vibe. I believe it's almost time for the trial.
Indeed, so shut up and let me do my job.
Well, good luck, Mr. Wright.
I won't need luck, I guess. Oh, but it's my first trial without a Fae helping me, so maybe I will need a bit of luck. No one's gonna bail me out this time. What it means, though, is that if I win this one, I truly know that it was all on my own merit, and not someone else's merit, you know? I'm having lots of flashbacks, though, so that's not real good. I'll be all alone in there. So I have to discover the truth, all by myself.
Crap. Let's do it, Mr. Wright. I'll be with you the whole way.
Yeah, I was gonna say, isn't Emma gonna be there with me?
Comfort in that you want.
Yeah, it's helpful. We'll see.
Dun, dun.
February 23rd, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 9.
Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Lana Faye. Sky! Why did I say Faye?
Long lost sister!
I'm sorry, I had the paperwork upside down. Yep, Sky, it definitely says Sky.
Well, the defense is ready, Your Honor.
The prosecution has been ready for a while, Your Honor.
Is that so, Edgeworth? I don't know, you weren't feeling about that yesterday when I saw you in your office, but that's all I'm gonna say. Oh, we're having the flashbacks. Man, I am having issues. Like I gotta tell you.
I'm not entirely
February...
convinced that this whole case is a dream.
You know, people say January blues and all that. No. It's February blues. You know, we passed Valentine's Day. I'm lonely. We're having just having issues because it's been 2 months. But I haven't been in a courtroom since his trial because I have trauma about it, if I'm being honest.
I hope that personal feelings will not be a part of the proceedings today, Mr. Wright.
Oh no, he got me.
You first. You were the one saddled with unnecessary feelings.
No, it's either that or he's having some sort of, like, psychosomatic episode, so I really hope it's feelings. I'll choose the path I think is right, regardless of what those around me might say.
You know, it's admirable to an extent.
The judgment to be made here is in our hands, not those of anyone else.
Edgeworth, are you possibly having some traumatic flashbacks as we talk as well? Because I don't know.
He might.
I don't know.
You're two of a kind right there. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. Your opening statement, please.
Chief Prosecutor Lana Sky has committed an unpardonable crime. Well, not literally, because we do have a governor. But assuming we don't have a governor, Your Honor, not only this, but she was rash enough to commit it in the prosecutor's office, Lon.
Wow, he's much more forceful in person.
Don't swoon over him now! Now we're enemies, okay? In the courtroom.
I'm not swooning. See my notepad? I'm taking notes. I suddenly feel like confessing to everything.
That sounds like swooning to me. I don't know.
However, she will now pay for her rashness with her life.
Okay.
Jeez.
Dylan.
Death penalty.
Yeah, Dylan, correct me if I'm wrong. This would not normally have a death penalty. It's not like...
What, murder?
Yeah.
So in New York specifically, we don't have the death penalty. But in other states that do have a death penalty, murder would be enough to get you murdered by the state, yeah.
Just one single murder? Like, not serial murder?
Yeah.
Damn.
Depends on the state.
Alright. I don't want to go to those states.
Don't murder in those states.
Don't, only murder in New York. You at least won't also get murdered yourself. This
is not actual advice that should be taken under any circumstances.
For legal reasons, that was a joke.
Disclaimer.
Heavy disclaimer.
Oh, I'm going to talk about threats of murder later on, but we're getting there.
Oh, can't wait.
Dylan, can I
Yes?
get you slightly closer to your mic?
You may come to regret this.
I don't think I will.
We
got a little less echo now, so it's good.
Oh, there
There's
was
only
an
one
echo.
way to find out.
It's more like, you know, reverb, right? Reverb.
Well, I hope it's better.
Oh, it is better.
Okay, good.
This is ASMR vibes now. We're good.
Oh. Okay, then.
ASMR Edgeworth. Enjoy, everybody.
That's definitely like a category on YouTube. Somebody has done that. Okay.
That's a category on Pornhub. I think.
Really quick, because this matters. This like ties in. So I look at like the YouTube analytics for the YouTube videos of Ace Attorney that I post, right? And it tells me like if people who viewed the videos have come from our video being recommended at the end of other people's videos, right? Yeah. And it will tell me, and it'll tell me what those videos are, right? And almost all of them are like, yeah, like sexy man, ASMR, vampire, like hunting shit. And it's like, what the hell? Why is this where our stuff is getting?
We found our market.
No, I think I understand why they're coming from a sexy man ASMR video.
No, they're coming for this, clearly.
Well, agree to disagree, Your Honor. But there was a witness to her crime. A professional witness.
What the hell does that mean?
Yeah, I gotta say, all of the words pointing to the cough-up queen really give porn star vibes. Or maybe more escort vibes, right? Escort vibes. She's
Pretty
got
sure
escort
that was the
vibes.
intention. Well then, call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth.
The prosecution calls its first witness, Miss Angel Starr, to the stand.
The cough-up queen?
Oh god.
Let's see if I can do this one again.
Haven't I seen you somewhere?
Judge, no! Judge, no!
Perhaps
In the
an
parking lot,
incognito.
obviously.
Or perhaps an incognito tab.
Oh god. You ordered the caviar lunch, right?
Ho ho! Caviar! I've never eaten caviar before.
The judge is really wolfing it down.
Oh no!
And for you, I have a fiesta bowl. Thanks.
Will the witness state her name and profession?
Bets on whether she does it first try or not?
Oh, definitely not gonna be the first try.
And you, sir, did you order the fingerprint lunchbox? Why does Edward get the blandest looking one? Look how it's literally rice with sesame seeds on it. Like, poor Edgeworth.
Clearly no love for Edgeworth.
It is too early for lunch. Your name and profession, please.
Well, Your Honor, how does it taste?
So this is why everyone raves about caviar. Oh, it's so tasty, it hurts!
Oh my god.
Give me one sec.
Yeah, you're doing the YouTube thing?
Yeah, give me a sec.
Oh, we got a bot.
Yeah, I'm unable to...
Ah,
Oh, I got there.
rats. I'll keep an eye out too, see if I can catch one. Dylan has so many under his belt, I want to catch one.
Alright, we're back.
I genuinely wonder if caviar tastes as good as people say.
I mean, I've had it. It's great.
I don't like seafood, so... Ugh.
I always thought caviar would taste like pickled tapioca.
What the heck does pickled tapioca taste like?
Tap. Name. Profession. Now.
Me. The name is Angel Star. Don't go forgetting it. I find myself running Lunchland these days. Is that what you wanted me to say, Mr. Edgeworth?
Very well, witness. Please describe the incident to us.
The prosecution will wait. I'm not finished reading.
That, like, accurate portrayal of a judge, though. You know?
Well, to be fair, he does say order in the court, so I guess lunch is in order.
Hurry it up!
I didn't get my chicken nuggets those last few cases. I'm having this caviar. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. As you know, we usually call on the police to provide a description of the crime.
Your Honor, as Mr. Edgeworth said to the court, I am a professional.
What exactly does that mean?
Do I need to spell it out for you, Your Honor?
Until two
No,
years
please
ago.
no. A lot of no.
Oh, don't worry, Your Honor. Until 2 years ago, Miss Angel Starr was a special investigator with the police. She was a first-rate homicide detective.
What? Miss Starr was a detective?
This is why she hates... So, okay, so something happened with her and Marshall that caused them both to, like, be demoted and out of the force, right?
Oh,
and that's
most
why they hate
definitely.
prosecutors. That's what happened.
Aha! I know who you are. Cough up?
Cough up, Queen Angel Star, Your Honor. Long time no see.
Oh, coughing up the details of a case. I get it.
Yeah.
Very well. You may continue with the description, Miss Star.
Just who is this lady? If I might have the court's attention over here. I'll take everybody's lunch order, and then we'll talk about the crime. As you can see, the parking lot at the prosecutor's office is divided into 2 blocks. A block is for the prosecutor's office personnel. B block is for the visitors and clients. A chain fence divider separates the 2 blocks. Mars.
I suppose that's to keep visitors from taking up prosecutor spaces, yes?
The crime took place by a car in the back of A block. In the car's trunk, where a man was squeezed dry of blood like a toothpaste tube, after the killer stabbed the victim with his knife, Prosecutor Edgeworth's knife, and went to drive the body out.
Hold it. What kind of gas mileage does a body get?
Well, hold on. Unfortunately,
Not a lot.
for her, there was a witness, and an arrest was made on the spot.
And who was this valiant witness?
Why, it was me, Your Honor. Oh, we got a little...
Alrighty. Witness, did you see the very moment of the crime?
Of course, Your Honor. Immediately after that, I apprehended the chief prosecutor.
It seems rather cut and dry, doesn't it?
Objection! Unless she's lying, Your Honor.
Well, Mr. Wright?
I can't agree on principle, Your Honor. I have my right to cross-examine. It seems that some poor losers are unwilling to accept the truth, Your Honor. Shall I proceed to crush what little hope they have remaining?
If you can, then give them your worst, Miss Star.
Wait! Are they talking about me? Why are they all rooting against me?
Edgeworth is just on his desk, feet kicked up, hands behind his head.
So chill.
Somehow, I always knew a day like this would come. I was on my way to deliver a lunchbox to my boyfriend when I sensed something. Because all women are mystical, we've established this. Perhaps it was my finely honed detective's intuition at work.
Whoa.
Through the wire fence, I saw the chief prosecutor standing next to a garish car. The chief prosecutor was holding a knife in her right hand. Then she thrust the pointy tip of the knife into Detective Goodman's chest.
Bringing a lunchbox to your boyfriend. Oh, how touching.
Like at 9 at night, though? 1. 2, we couldn't see Detective Goodman's
if
face.
He's working the night shift, that's a thing.
Bring a dinner box then, come on. Be considerate.
That's not how that works.
I'm getting off my desk for a moment. Sorry, Your Honor. As you can see, there was just no room for doubt. Let alone a reasonable doubt.
The key point of your testimony seems to be nothing other than... It's on the tip of my tongue. The point of the knife which you saw being stabbed into Detective Goodman.
So, how does it feel to be so utterly crushed? I'm still thinking about that.
It's merely a flesh wound, Mr. Wright.
Oh my god.
'Tis but a scratch. Very well, Mr. Wright. You may cross-examine the witness.
Let's
there's
go.
Gotta be something here.
Well, we're just gonna press everything. That's what we learned, right? We learned Q to press. I'm upset that it's not P to press. Very upset about that.
Yeah, I'm suspicious about how did you know a day like this would come? Like, why? That's very weird to say.
Yes. Hold it! How did you know? I respect the prosecutor's basic abhorrence of crime, yet their methods are ugly and twisted. Twisted methods will always lead to tragedy.
A bow. The lunch lady's uninformed opinion is duly noted.
What? Given that they are used to erasing inconvenient evidence at their whim. Killing off a detective that knew too much is merely an extension of that.
Miss Starr, do you have something personal against prosecutors?
I felt that I had found my dream job when I became an investigator. And if I hadn't been laid off by those prosecutors over there, I'd still be one. Laid off? She was fired? They're a bit different. To me, prosecutors are nothing more than worms. That said, I am a pro, as you know. My testimony is unbiased, but based and flawless.
Very well. You may continue, Miss Starr.
I'm just gonna press everything. Press everything!
Go
Hold
for
it! This boyfriend, he's the detective? Not that boyfriend. The security guard.
That boyfriend? You have several?
Why, of course, Your Honor. This boyfriend, that boyfriend, and the other boyfriend. Care to join? The yet another boyfriend position is still open for applicants.
Damn.
Damn is right.
I'll stick with the lunches, thanks. Note to self, the judge had to think before replying.
Oh
I love
my
that face.
god! The security guard room is in the lot in Block A. It's up on the second level, so you can see everything from there.
Ah.
That would be the room with the security sign. Incidentally, did you bring your lunchboxes by car? Since I'm a visitor now, I parked in B block.
So she was in B block when she witnessed the crime.
Taking notes.
Yes.
Yeah, this is weird too, right? Boop. Hold it! Tap! You sensed something? So,
Yeah,
you're saying you had a premonition of the murder? It felt like... How would you say? Oh, yes. It was like the feeling you get when you view a pumpkin chock full of seeds. You ever feel that way, Mr. Wright?
I have no idea what that means.
speaking of a detective's intuition, wasn't the victim, Mr. Bruce Goodman, also a detective? Yes, well, he was like a young cheese.
Young cheese?
Not mature enough. A pale, white cheese. Not yet tangy with the experience on the streets. A greenhorn, if you will.
Then I must be hard, yellowed, and sharp as a tack.
Sure, Your Honor. You can think that. You can believe that.
Yeah, with the odor of an old cheese to match.
Oh, sick burn! In any case, there, in the lot, I felt something stirring. In the back of my mind, that full pumpkin seed feeling.
What does that mean?
Hold it! Besides what that means, by garish car, you mean Mr. Edgeworth's car, yes.
Mr. Edgeworth's?
They might have thought that the garish red color of the paint would hide the bloodstains, and incidentally, the knife with which the victim was stabbed also was Mr. Edgeworth's. Coincidence? I think not. Wasn't it?
Indeed, it was.
Oh, he's not denying it.
No, a coincidence, it was. What? Your Honor, please listen to my goddamn words.
And the person you saw, you are sure it was the defendant?
I saw her from no further than 30 feet away, and we humans have pretty damn good eyesight for 30 feet away. I am certain that it was her. If she's telling the truth, we're doomed.
Let's just do what we can. Even if we don't have any proof, we can always nitpick.
You sound a lot like Mia. Tap! Witness, in your testimony, you clearly stated the following. Prosecutors are nothing more than worms, which the word vermilion comes from, a worm, and that's what Edgeworth color wears. Ergo, you are a biased witness. You might want to keep those silly opinions to yourself in the future, rookie. Rookie?
Uh-oh.
Unless you're willing to risk the consequences of doubting me. I'll fry you like a fritter, crispy on the outside, chewy on the inside.
That was inspiring.
Oh my god.
She's still taking applications, or?
No, Dylan!
I believe I've heard that tagline elsewhere. You could cry plagiarism?
I may be relegated to the lowly post of lunch lady, but my instincts are honed.
A photograph? You took this?
The moment I witnessed the crime, my reflexes took over, and snap, I took a picture. In fact,
You and Lotta should get together.
one of my lunchboxes is rigged with a camera.
Oh, now you and Lotta really should get together.
I suppose that's more exciting than just hanging it around your neck.
Witness? Why am I only seeing this photograph just now?
You think I'd show it to you? A prosecutor, a worm. Think again.
I mean, normally I would just disregard the regulations about discovery myself, but now for once I didn't do that, so hey, I look good.
The other boyfriend works in the photography division of criminal affairs.
Well, this is most certainly the defendant.
Great crime photo. Uh-oh. That is unmistakably Lana Skye. How paranormal does this game go? Can I claim shapeshifters, changelings? Is that a possibility here?
No.
So, what was the defendant doing at the time?
Well, hold it! Tell me more about this knife that the suspect was carrying. Well, I'd say the blade was about 4 inches long. Is that right, Mr. Edgeworth? It is your knife, after all.
Well, I can assure you, it's typically quite an... yes, that's about right.
Well, openings for yet another boyfriend are still vacant. You are not welcome to apply, as prosecutors are, by nature, well versed in the location of a man's vital organs for stabbing. I'm sure it was easier than boiling an egg for my egg salad surprise set. Tap! You can't testify as her ability to kill an egg, I mean a person!
Phoenix, you want some water?
Perhaps a chicken salad set would have been a better metaphor. No, it wouldn't have been, because you kill chickens by beheading, not stabbing, and it was the stab.
So, the defendant was holding a knife? What then?
I like how she specifies the pointy bit.
Yeah.
Tell the court why you didn't try to stop this crime. Point. You did see her raise the knife to strike, no?
The defense has a point.
Unfortunately, by time I realized what was going on, it was already too late. That clearly contradicts this evidence where you said you had a premonition to the event, so you knew what was happening before it happened. Too late? Yes. The next moment, the chief prosecutor brought down the murder weapon. I see.
It's only a flesh wound, Mr. Wright. We can make it.
Yeah, that's what probably Goodman said, and look where he is now. And you said that before. Any other input?
Scientifically speaking, Miss Starr's testimony is flawless.
Oh, sounds pretty fatal to me.
Well, Your Honor, she is my star witness.
What do we do? Is this it? Is my sister guilty?
Let's just keep our heads cool and press the witness a bit, shall we? For some reason, having her panicking next to me makes me calmer.
Don't smile like that. Stop taking comfort in my misery.
We pressed everything. We pressed everything. I don't know what to do.
Okay. Alright, what evidence do we have to work with? We have a map, we have a photo.
We have his ID.
Yeah.
We have King of Prosecutors Trophy. We have knife. We have
No
time
prints.
at 5:13, 5:12. We have the blue badger. We have the
don't think we need
autopsy
that.
report. I'm curious. Okay, hear me out. Hear me out.
Alright.
This says autopsy report was due to loss of blood, right?
Yeah.
Okay. It was between 4 and 5:30. Loss of blood is caused by a 4.5-inch knife. No, I don't think that's what they're going for.
No.
But My point is that she's like, it was too late to stop anything. But he died of blood loss. So in theory, it wasn't an immediate death.
She should have been alive
right?
for a little
yeah,
bit.
She should have been able to cut in and possibly save his life, right? Like a loss of blood.
Like patch the wound or something.
Yeah, do something, right? Show anything about like trying to save his life, because when she was there, he would have still been alive and like kicking. Like the blood wound wasn't. But it was his chest puking.
Find the line it could go with. I think it would go on her too late line.
Because we also have this random note.
We don't know what that means.
We have the call.
That doesn't help.
We have the parking lot. So she was parked over here. And she was over here. Can she see everything? There's a wall here.
We can't see where you're pointing.
Here? On the...
I can't see where you're pointing.
I still can't see.
Okay, at the top, so you see the security room, and then it says telephone? There's a wall there. Remember that wall held the oil drums behind it? And then Edgeworth's car is behind that wall. So the security room might not have been able to see over the wall to where she was supposedly stabbing him?
Wait, was she by the security room, or was she in parking lot B?
She said she parked in B.
Lot.
She had to bring the lunch to the security room.
That she brought to her boyfriend.
Well, we know that the picture is taken through the chain link fence, so...
Okay,
no.
something's not adding up.
Yeah, I'm so confused now. I don't know.
See what she says again.
I feel like if we end up confused,
so it was through
found a contradiction.
the chain. That is very true. It was through the chain link fence. Okay. So somehow she always knew this day would come. Just slimy prosecutors, yada yada worms. On the late, so she was on her way to deliver the lunchbox to her boyfriend when she sensed something finely honed, detective intuition. Through the wire fence, she saw the chief prosecutor standing at the car. Okay.
So she never made it to the security
she didn't.
area. She was always in Block B.
So she claims.
Right.
Okay.
The chief prosecutor was holding a knife in her right hand.
I was looking at the photo to see if her right hand was compromised in any way. It didn't look like it.
She looks injured. And remember, her right hand was cut, right? Is that what we know?
Yeah.
Like, whose blood is this? His blood?
That's the only thing I can think of.
It does look like she's injured, doesn't it?
Yeah. Especially with her, like, her right hand's down here, right?
But
where's the knife? Like, where's the knife?
Where's the body?
The body's...
There's blood on her coat. Where's the body?
Well, the body's in the trunk, right?
Yeah.
The body's in the trunk.
It's not slumped over.
But it's not hanging out of the
like
trunk like it was in the chalk outline. That's also true. But, yeah, but, like, what is this going on here? And where is the knife now, right? Does it say the knife was found in the body?
No.
No, this is just the thing that doesn't matter to me. The blood.
Were you able to check that? That did highlight for a sec.
Yeah, I'm trying to enter. This must be... yeah.
This must be the victim's blood, right?
Either that, or Edgeworth cut himself peeling an apple.
We saw that before.
We did see this.
Yeah, I remember that line.
Yeah, roughing it around, blah, blah, blah. Okay. God. Okay, she thrust the pointy end. It's on the pointy end, right? So, like, there's nothing... It's not like the blood is on the wrong side of the knife.
Yeah.
Into his chest.
Wait. Go back one line, can you?
Mm-hmm. The only thing
is the knife has no prints.
Exactly.
But she has gloves on in the picture.
Okay, because I was going to say it doesn't mention a glove here.
I know it doesn't mention it, but she does have gloves on in the picture.
Yeah, that's fine. Keep going.
That was it. This is the last line here. Then she thrust the pointy end of the knife into him. And that was it. So I don't know.
There were definitely 2 lines we pressed where she went into a lengthy discussion. I feel like that's where our contradiction lies.
Do you remember what they were?
That's what I'm trying to remember. She had gone into detail. She had gone into detail about something, and that's when we acquired the photo.
One of them's a "Don't doubt me," and the other one's like a "I'm not biased."
I feel like the best thing we got is the picture. She doesn't have the knife in her hand, right? Like she's like, everything happened so fast. She had the knife in her right hand, and there is literally no knife in that picture that she took, like, supposedly right away, right?
Yeah.
Like, instincts kicked in, you know?
Like, where's the knife?
Like, there's no way it was that fast for somebody to stab someone, have them bleed out, shove them fully inside a car trunk, and then stand there, right? Like, that's a long time.
Let's
try what I think that's our best bet.
We just gotta find the line.
I think it's this one. The chief prosecutor is holding your knife in the right hand. Yeah. Tap to present. Show the photo. Skerbloosh. Nope, this is not what I wanted. E to present. Objection! The music stopped!
Music stopped! Woo!
And you witnessed this? You saw Miss Sky stab the victim with the knife. Oh, it's me. I already forgot it was me. As I've said, yes, I swear it on my finest salmon swirl lunch.
I'm sure that is a fine lunch.
But isn't that odd? Look at this photograph. Every time I do it makes me laugh about how many contradictions there are in your testimony, as this photograph you took at the very moment of the crime, isn't it? Then why is Miss Sky not holding a knife? Skaboo-a-doo! Woo!
Bingo. Mr. Edgeworth, your thoughts?
Objection?
What?
You didn't sound very confident about that.
That had to be the weakest objection ever, Edgeworth.
And yet, it was still stronger than your ever-feeble mind, Mr. Wright.
Ooh.
What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth?
I mean, he's a dumb stoopy-head, Your Honor. A dingus. A dumb boy.
A doo-doo brain.
Yes, a nincompoop.
We will not tolerate nincompoopery in this court.
I agree, Your Honor. You should put a muzzle on Phoenix, then. But anyway.
That sounds like your thing.
Oh, no!
Oh, no, it's right.
Is it right?
Sorry, I'm more into lunches than muzzles.
And yet you didn't want to be that boyfriend. Anyway, this photograph was not taken the moment before the stabbing. This was taken the moment after the stabbing. You see, that's how time works.
Objection! And how can you tell that? Blood splatter.
It is all over the coat.
See the dark crimson stains on the prosecutor's coat. No, you can't, 'cause this photo's black and white, but... exactly! It's a black and white photograph!
Yes, it's hard to tell, but this could be blood.
It's paint. I bet it's paint. That's why there's a handprint on the blue badger. It's paint.
Wait, wasn't that, what's his name?
Gumshoe.
Gumshoe, yeah.
Yeah, but I still bet it's paint.
That doesn't really look like paint to me, I'm just saying.
You can't tell, it's black and white photo.
That's why it doesn't look like that. But anyway, well, Mr. Wright, I see no problem here.
No, oh.
No problem, except you.
Mr. Wright, are you going to just sit there and take that kind of abuse?
You got a better idea? Objection!
Objection!
Tap! Wait, when that objection button comes up, I have to push it because that contradicts what the witness said in her testimony. Point, namely, that she took the picture the moment she witnessed the crime. Well, It seems I was slightly unclear. My apologies. That's it? If you run out of lunch, you order seconds. Problem solved. If you don't like it, try ordering the jumbo-sized lunch from the get-go.
Good advice. I'm not sure I understood it, but good advice.
Then how do you know it's good advice? I didn't have time to stop her. Prosecutor Sky was cold, calculating, like a robot worm. She killed without pain or remorse. It was a premeditated murder. Objection! Premeditated point! How do you know?
Look at the chief prosecutor's hands in the photograph.
Well, are those gloves?
Yeah, I was just ahead of the game there.
Surgical gloves made of thin rubber, most likely. Now, why would she have those on?
She's a germaphobe?
Tap! You're right, Your Honor. And the germs of blood is what she was worried about. If it was not premeditated, she wouldn't be wearing those gloves.
Also, winter.
That's what I was gonna say, yeah.
Yes, but those aren't fashionable, Your Honor.
These gloves do seem to tell a tale of premeditation.
But as we said before, the photo's black and white. We don't know what kind of gloves they are. Premeditated murder, a serious offense. Usually when it's... Yes.
Witness, add this to your testimony.
I was gonna say something about manslaughter and then I realized I was wrong, so I should have.
Yeah.
Nice job.
I was hesitant to start speaking. It sounded like you wanted to say more.
Yeah, no. That's what happened. I was like...
Say less.
Oh, God. Okay. I mean, we'll press it, you know? We always gotta press. Hold it! Tap! What if she was just in the habit of wearing gloves, like driving gloves?
Objection. Tap. The gloves were admitted as evidence when the defendant was arrested. They were rubber gloves, of the kind used for autopsies.
She was coming back from an autopsy.
Oh, it's me again. I'm sorry. In other words, when the chief prosecutor came to the crime scene, she came to do murder. It's the only possible conclusion one can make. I'm just so used to one of you being on the witness stand.
I mean, if you need to switch just for ease.
No, it's fine.
Okay.
Everything was planned. It was a premeditated crime. It's just, you know, unusual. I think the only other, stand person I've voiced was, May, and she was, multiple turnabouts ago. Ugh!
Impressive. I'm sorry they took you off the force, Miss Star. Maybe we should question why they did that?
Yeah. This is bad. She's got them thinking it was all planned. If she can prove this claim, the trial's already over. I've got to think of a way to show that this wasn't premeditated.
It's only a flesh wound, Mr. Wright. We can make it.
You said that before. Can you give me any other information?
Scientifically speaking, Miss Star's testimony is flawless.
You also did this. Sounds pretty fatal to me.
What do we do? Is this it? Is my sister guilty?
Let's just keep our heads cool and press the witness a bit, shall we? For some reason, having her panicking next to me makes me feel calmer.
Don't smile like that.
I'll smile when I want.
Did you guys just have a conversation for the second time right next to me? This is kind of surreal. What's going on?
Okay. So the only new information is the glove thing, right?
Gloves. Okay, there's gotta be something to that.
Her garage car.
Okay,
Maybe the
that
car?
doesn't help. Murder was planned. The rubber gloves proved it. Something about the rubber gloves and the murder being planned. Can you check the evidence again?
Yeah, I can. So we have ID
no
card.
print, was a glove.
Individual's king. Murder weapon. This does say usually in Edward's toolbox. Oh god. Okay. I thought I did it bad, and I was very concerned. Startling.
Okay.
Startling.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Okay, what's the next thing? Record of parking. Okay.
This has enter. Why does this have enter? Okay. La la la. I'm pretty sure we did this. It took place 3 minutes after Edgeworth parked his car. Do you think she could have known? Yeah, if only he was held up with a couple of extra red lights, he wouldn't have been caught up in this whole affair. So, like, yeah, you never know what'll happen. So that could be, like, a thing.
There could be something there if time becomes an element.
Yeah, but...
And I don't doubt that it won't.
For the current thing we're trying to prove, I don't really think it works.
Yeah. Okay, I don't think that helps. Cell phone. Parking lot.
Well, couldn't we say that, like, because of this, right, that it happened in Edgeworth's car, it didn't happen in her car, it didn't happen, like we didn't know, like, she didn't know what was happening with Edgeworth?
If it was a pre-planned murder, if he showed up, if his car was there 3 minutes before it happened, she couldn't assure that his car would be there.
Well, that's why I think it's the knife, right? Like, how did she know he had a knife in the toolbox?
Or maybe she waited for the car to get there in the first place.
But she would have had to time it with Goodman, right? Like, she specifically called Goodman in, was our, like, thing.
Okay, so which do we use? Edgeworth's ticket stub or the knife?
I'm gonna use the knife.
Okay.
Dylan?
Like, for what statement, though?
This one. It was planned.
The murder was planned.
Yeah, I like that.
Okay.
I might use the ticket stub, though.
We're 2 against 1, Mars.
Alright.
I'm doing it, Dylan. You said 2 against 1.
Yeah,
Okay,
2 against 1. Go for it.
I'm Edgeworth. I want you to lose. Please.
Objection!
Music stopped.
Witness, do you know what this is? Are you trying to test me? I sell box lunches for a living, you know. That's a knife. The knife. The knife that was in Mr. Edgeworth's trunk.
Indeed, it is my knife.
What's with this case?
With this case? The bloody murder weapon! A red car? All belonging to the prosecutor there?
The defendant is the chief prosecutor, but the district prosecutor?
Mommy, are the prosecutors
dead people?
Yeah.
I guess we were twins.
We were twins.
This is The Shining, and the defense has a request. Point. We ask that the witness provide an accurate testimony. What's that, rookie?
Not a rookie.
In your testimony, I kind of am. I've only been on the.
You got 4 cases under your belt.
Yeah, that's still a rookie. You stated that Lana Skye planned this murder, and that's why she was wearing those special gloves.
Seems like a natural conclusion to me. The gloves do indicate planning.
However, why would she not also prepare the most important thing, the murder weapon? Oh. This knife just happened to be in the trunk of that car. Tap. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are going to plan a murder, you don't forget the weapon. Ah!
Order! 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 Can I have more caviar, please?
Great, now the tide is turning in our favor.
Great show, Mr. Wright. My sister's as good as free.
Don't count your chickens before they hatch.
Yeah, you're seriously getting ahead of yourself, Emma.
No. Right. I believe the next lunch you'll be eating is humble pie.
Oh,
God.
This is the true Edgeworth.
Oh my god. What?
I hope you weren't deluding yourself into thinking that the tide has turned or something cliche like that.
Of course not.
Not over such a trifling detail.
But this shoots a hole in the whole premeditated theory. Pardon the pun.
Bah, said the disgruntled sheep. The prosecution could care less if it was premeditated or not. I charged second-degree murder, right? It doesn't require premeditation. The only one who seems to care is that lunch lady over there. The defendant, Lana Skye, murdered a detective with a knife. To death. No. That is the only thing the prosecution need prove. Nothing else.
Very good, Mr. Prosecutor. I suppose you think you're clever now. But you know as well as I do that she planned on killing him. It was planned. If it wasn't, why would she have been wearing...
I believe I'd like to hear your testimony again.
Witness, please tell us what you saw, not what you thought.
How dare you? My powers of deduction are nothing to be underestimated. Really now?
Well, go on, deductress.
Oh god.
Good one.
Lana Skye intended to murder Detective Goodman. That's why she called the victim all the way to the prosecutor's office. I'm sure the prosecutor had a grudge against the victim. Nothing else could drive that human machine to plunge the knife in again and again.
It wasn't again and again.
Yeah.
It was a single stab.
Single stab.
So done. The victim was summoned from the police department to the prosecutor's office. It does sound a lot like premeditation, doesn't it?
So if I ordered a pizza, does that mean I'm planning to kill the delivery boy?
Oh ho ho, Emma, that's a good point. Don't order pizza.
In any case, the defense may now cross-examine the witness. Do we even need to press? I feel like
I'm just gonna go for it.
I feel like we should press it anyway, just in case.
You want to press it?
I don't know if the game is caught up to where we are. Like, that was the problem we were having with Steel Samurai. You feel confident?
Yeah, I think let's just do it.
Oh yeah.
Alright, let's
It's
go for
like
it.
too specific, right? Like, it's like very much a contradiction.
Incredibly specific.
It's not like we're grasping at straws. It's literally like she says again and again, and the autopsy report says
not
once.
again and again.
You know, so like, I feel like we're okay to just go for it, right? E to present.
Yeah. One knife wound.
Objection!
Duh.
You say she stabbed him again and again? But, point, you couldn't have witnessed that. Are you testing me? Then I'll test you. With my moss surprise.
Hard pass.
I'm afraid the moss is growing under our feet as we wait, Miss Star.
What do you mean?
I shouldn't have to explain this, but take a look. The autopsy report states that death was due to loss of blood from one stab wound.
Aha! You're right! Good show, Mr. Edgeworth.
He just stole your thunder.
You really did.
What a hunk! He's my hero, really.
Emma, I'm standing right here. What about my objection? No one noticed.
Oh,
I'm just chopped liver.
well, witness.
You got the crime scene set, right?
Oh, thanks.
I always believed that no one could ever mistake ketchup for blood. But now I realize that such mistakes are possible.
So, you're saying you mistook something for blood?
The coat! When she lifted her knife, I thought I saw blood at her breast. Splattered blood from her victim. That's why I thought she must have stabbed him at least twice. You're so hoopty-loopty, lady.
Then tell us what you saw that you thought was blood. Testify!
Testify!
I can't believe it took us this long to make that joke.
Her red muffler looked like blood to me. That's how ghastly the whole scene was. Muffler? The thing, the muffler.
A muffler is like
Yeah,
a scarf,
I have it.
right?
I
That
thought-
looks like blood?
Yeah.
Wait.
Is a muffler a scarf? I thought the muffler was the, I thought a
Check the
maybe.
photo. Was she wearing a muffler?
I thought it was the quieting down part of a car.
Yeah, that is one option of muffler.
Yes, you're not wrong, I think.
There's no muffler in here.
I don't see a muffler.
I don't
Wait,
see
is-
anything.
Does a muffler mean like scarf?
That's what Mars is saying.
Hold on.
I
Hold
was
on, I'm
thinking
looking
it's
it
like
up,
a
I'm looking
muff
it up.
was like the fuzzy tube that you put your hands in to keep them warm. You know what I'm talking about? But that might just
Well,
be
she
a
said it
muff
was at like the chest
at her.
level.
Yeah,
Of course, when I typed in muffler, I got a whole bunch of cars. Hang on.
yeah, muffler clothing item. I don't
Clothing.
know.
Okay, yeah, a muffler is like a chunky scarf.
Okay, I'm gonna show this then because like
don't
where the
see
hell is the
that.
scarf, right?
Yeah.
Where's the scarf?
Let me make sure I'm at the. Yep, her red muffler. Done. Ida present. Objection. Tap. Miss Star, I demand an explanation.
Objection. The witness is clearly not suited for detective work.
Wow! Oh,
What?
she's gonna come for him.
The suspect was not wearing a scarf or muffler of any kind when she stabbed the victim.
When she was.
What is her end game here?
I don't know.
And you've proved it yourself with this photograph.
But that can't be.
Only a professional lunch lady could be so utterly clueless. Congratulations. Perhaps you finally found your true calling in life.
Damn, he is coming at her like fire. Jesus, roasted.
I can't tell why, though. Harsh words, but good.
I think he's getting pissed about how much he's like, you're a worm. I hate all prosecutors, you little dick muffin, you know, whatever.
In the end, Mr. Edgeworth prevails.
What? Was my objection chopped liver? I said that before. But it was there. A scarf. No, not that, but something red. Really.
Tap. Well now, where are we? The witness has given us an entertaining interlude, but back to business.
What?
Very well, witness. Continue your testimony.
We do all hate Angel at Tathis.
You saw the crime and apprehended the suspect. Tell us about that.
Very well. I do remember some things accurately, at least. Ultimately, we couldn't shake the most important part of her testimony.
The most important part.
The part where your sister stabs the victim. This next testimony might just be the moment of truth.
Oh, let's do it.
After the murder, the suspect attempted to run behind a petition off to her side, which is this area on the right here.
Okay.
I quickly caught her, explained her rights to her, and arrested her on the spot. That is sussy wussy because she was on the other side of the fucking fence. Like, how did she get there before,
Yeah, how'd she
get
to the partition?
Yeah. Yes. When I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler.
Why?
That's what had me confused in my earlier testimony.
Why would she mention a muffler while being arrested?
Who knows? The chief prosecutor made an escape, but against Angel Star, resistance is futile.
You are quite determined about this scarf, aren't you?
I strike like a snake and bite like a cobra.
They're both snakes.
That's me, Angel Star. That wasn't a very good metaphor. First of all, a cobra is a kind of snake. Don't bother me with the details unless you want to get bitten. No thanks.
I have some details for you, witness.
No.
Note to self. Mr. Wright is weak against poisonous snake bites.
And you're not?
Well, no. Actually, I built up a tolerance to poison. I've been injecting myself with it over the years.
Oh, okay. Moving on. The chief prosecutor tried to resist, but her efforts were in vain. She knocked my hands aside, kicked over an oil drum. An oil drum? Hard to imagine. Oh, she's beautiful, but deadly. A predator, this one. A leopard woman.
Very well, Mr. Wright. Your cross-examination, if you will.
Press?
Yeah, press everything. Press everything. Yeah, pressing this. Hold it! So, where is this partition on the floor plans?
Edgeworth?
I'm sure she means this wall next to the car. It was almost so obvious I didn't even chime in.
That's right. Edgeworth, we just gotta be clear. There was a wall there, about 6 feet high. She obviously was trying to hide herself. Now remember, partition, to get out of sight of the fence, she would have to, the oil drum's on the wrong side? Quite a natural thing for a criminal to do.
And what did you do then?
Well, then I pressed this statement because we pressed them all. Hold it!
Indeed.
So, you say, quickly, were you close to the suspect? As I just said, I was only 30 feet away from her the whole time. Yes, but
wait.
that's 30 feet on the other side of the fence!
Yeah, confront this statement with the floor plan.
Okay. You
Can
want me to
you?
do that right away? I need a second. I can't do it
okay.
until I'm in that exact scene. Yes, I will press her for more details. Never leave him alone. Here it is. Dylan, Deloney, Dylan and cheese. All right.
Very well done.
I'd like to see this on the floor plans, just to be safe. The Lunchland car was...
She was a visitor, thus she was parked in Block B.
So, you witnessed the murder from here?
I would make it about 30 feet from the car, yes. I'm trying to do the calculations in my brain.
Hi, Anima.
Hey, Anima, welcome.
Is that correct, Miss Starr? Yes, that's right.
But there was a chain link fence in front of you.
I went over it, of course.
How? Amazing! The cough-up queen, lunch lady athlete, indeed.
And in heels to boot.
Now that's impressive.
It would have taken her a little time to climb over the fence.
I agree, Emma.
So she couldn't have gotten to my sister that fast.
Yeah, that fence was about 9 feet high, too. So, how did Miss Sky not get away? Tiskety-taskety, sussy-wussy.
Quite a mystery.
This is also weird. I want to know what she says about this one. Hold it! She mentioned the muffler? What exactly did she say? If I remember exactly, I would have told you in my testimony. Goodness.
Well, ain't that convenient?
Ugh, cheeky. Anyway, all I heard her say was the word muffler. It stuck in my brain because it was just so out there.
Just that one word?
So, what you heard wasn't the suspect talking to you, but to someone else?
On the phone,
To
she
Emma.
called Emma, and she definitely was talking about the car muffler, Dylan. I just don't know why. Because that's totally what's happening.
Can you hide something?
Whoa, 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 whoa! That's oil on her shirt!
Yes!
Oh!
Woo! Nice! Yes, the chief prosecutor was talking on her phone. Her phone? She can't mean. Ask further. Because
Absolutely.
by phone, do you mean this cell phone that was discovered at the crime scene? Yes, ultimately.
Ultimately.
My memory is like a salmon heading upstream, you see.
No, the court doesn't see, Miss Starr.
The chief prosecutor first attempted to use the phone hanging on the wall.
On the wall?
Again, on the side separate from the oil side. That's right! Near the car, there's an emergency phone on the wall, but the oil drums are on the other side. Apparently, it was out of order.
And so she used her cell phone.
Indeed, the emergency phone was out of order that day.
Good witnessing, witness.
Good witnessing? Whatever happened to good testifying?
You should, of course, add this to your testimony.
There's a special term, sorry to interrupt.
There's a special term to what police officers do on the stand. It's called testifying.
Oh.
Wow.
I learned that one from a judge.
Oh my god!
That's an interesting one.
That's so crazy. And honestly,
I know.
I'm pretty sure that's what she's doing right now.
Unironically, this is literally what she's doing.
And she was a cop once upon a time, so you know.
That's exactly right.
You
she
learned
wants
it.
the conviction so bad.
So bad.
And she's being paid to testify, so literally she's just got like
Ah.
a double incentive, if you will.
The things I do to please this rookie defense attorney.
Hey Emma, do you remember anything about a muffler?
Yeah, we're gonna talk about this. Hold it! Do you think you could restate your testimony for the court? Oh no.
I was going to ask the same thing.
Oh. I'll only say this one time, so listen close, rookie.
Rookies.
The chief prosecutor stabbed the victim and ran behind the partition. Then she picked up the emergency cell phone on the wall, but it was out of order. So she pulled her own cell phone out of her pocket. Right over the fence.
Yeet!
Just woo! And during that time, you climbed over the chain link fence.
Okay, when did we start talking about twinks? Oh,
Well,
because he was a bear?
Yeah.
I think Phoenix is a twunk, okay? We got a
I can
twunk.
see that.
I would
Yeah.
go with twunk.
He's
Yeah,
definitely
that's right.
twunk.
He's too beefy to be a twink.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe
that's true.
Apollo Justice is a twink. He's smaller. But
I don't know what he looks like. Well, hold off on that
we'll
for
find him. All right. Exactly, Atathis.
He is glorious.
Oh.
Whoa.
Then, when I boldly grabbed her arm, the chief prosecutor hung up her phone. And you saw her doing this? Shantae!
What is it, Mr. Wright?
Do we want to keep pressing, or do we want to just, like, do that?
Well, do you have an idea of what evidence? you
Yeah,
want to
I
show? The
think
phone?
present. What happened here?
I'm sorry, my sister is so suspicious, Mr. Wright.
Not as sorry as I am.
But she didn't do it. You have to believe me.
No. I want to press the she saw the phone thing that we had just not press. I want to
Present.
yeah. I saw it all how she tried to use the phone on the wall, but she had her cell phone instead. She couldn't have seen it. Present the floor
It was
plans.
behind a partition.
Exactly. She was on the wrong side, so she couldn't have seen it. So tab to present. Is this the floor plans? Floor plans. E to
That's the floor
present.
plan.
Objection.
I
Tab.
love when the music stops.
Miss Starr, I have to conclude that you have a personal grudge against Miss Lana Sky and are thus unbased and not unbiased.
Objection. Argumentative. Well, also, the witness is a former detective. Her testimony is unmarred by personal bias.
Even detectives are marred by personal bias. That's why they specifically took Gumshoe off the case. Well, who would have thought you would be my knight in shining armor, prosecutor? Who knew together with the chief prosecutor you who together with the chief prosecutor kicked me out 2 years ago.
Oh, we got a motive.
Well, Miss Starr, this is a fatal contradiction in your testimony. How do you explain this? I don't know what you're talking about. Mess with me, and I'll make sure you cough it all up.
How do we apply to this girl again?
Oh my god. Stop. She was the cough-up queen not because she coughed up the evidence, she forced everybody else to cough up their
That's what
testimony.
I was hoping is what it meant.
I mean, did you see how she grabbed her freaking arm in that picture? Like, come on. Come on.
True.
Ahem. Let's look at the floor plans. You said you witnessed the crime from this flashing W point. However, if that's true, you couldn't possibly have seen Miss Sky making that phone call. I believe you see what I'm getting at. That emergency phone was on the backside of this partition. Tap. If indeed you were in B block, you couldn't have seen it.
Order! Order! What is the meaning of this?
It's simple, Your Honor. She's not coughing up lunch, she's coughing up lies.
Objection. That's quite a claim, Mr. Wright. Perhaps you would allow me a question. Tell us exactly what lie this witness has told the court.
Here's where the counterattack begins. I can't afford to get this wrong. The witness lied about where she saw it? Or what she saw? I think where she saw it. What she saw? What she saw.
I think it's what she saw.
I'm
trying to think. I'm looking at the order of events and I'm trying to see, like, because if phone call came first...
She must have jumped over the fence and then she could have seen all of that, right?
No.
Assuming she lied about the
I
order
think
of
it's
events.
where she saw it.
Well, I think that's encompassed in both, so yeah, I like that answer better.
I'm leaning toward what she saw too, because the entire time the judge has been saying, like, talk about what you saw, not what you think.
So we're
and that's
picking.
what she's been trying to talk about.
Oh, I was
So
doing
it's
where.
between
I
what
think it's
and
where. I'm with Dylan. I'm with where she saw it. Because I don't think she was in B block. That's what I think the lie is. I think she was in A block.
But the photograph was through a chain link fence. Which is where B block is.
I think she was in A block. Or sorry.
In B block?
I think she was in B block when she took the picture originally, yeah.
But that was also kind of afterwards. I would like where. Dylan's vote for where?
I mean, yeah, but geez.
I'm just saying.
I think I'm voting for where.
Okay, so we're all here for where.
I think so. Should we save before doing this?
Too late.
Oh.
Miss Sky tried to use the emergency phone, but it was out of order. What is significant about this fact? Nothing. Therefore, it would be pointless for Miss Star to lie about it.
Pointless to lie. I see.
But say the witness did actually see Miss Sky using the emergency phone. It would mean... Point! Miss Star witnessed the crime from a different location.
Objection. A different location? Now that's a pointless lie if I've ever heard one.
Objection! Before you call my lie pointless, point! At least tell me. At least let me tell it.
Let me ask a question to our clever wordsmith, Mr. Wright.
I don't know why you want to question me, but... Oh, sorry.
Just where was the witness when she saw the crime?
All the testimony we've heard until now points in one direction. The place from where Miss Star witnessed the crime was the security room. Because she could see everything. So she could see over the fence, like over to here, and she could jump down.
The phone, she'd have to be close enough to apprehend her.
Which is pretty close. She could just go down the stairs and right here through the door, right, grab her.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
I'm still iffy on that camera, but I'm thinking that's the best answer we got.
Take that! Tap! This is the only place where she could have been.
Music stopped, right? Okay. The security guard room.
Indeed. The security room in the underground parking lot is well positioned. It's built on the second floor, so you can see the entire lot.
So she would have been able to see the emergency phone from there. But why there? There are many other places where she could have seen the phone.
No, not in this case, Your Honor. The witness, not being part of the prosecutor's office, couldn't park in Block A. The only place where she could have seen the crime and the back of the partition is here. I remember in your testimony you said you brought a lunch to your boyfriend in the security guard room, yes? Tap. Well, Miss Starr. How many years have I been getting the better of men? To think that the tables could be turned.
What's so funny about this is we were literally talking about her location like five contradictions ago.
Yeah, we're always like way ahead of the game. Like we're always like way ahead. Today, a man has gotten the better of Angel Star.
Order! Witness! What have you done? You used to be a detective. You should know better.
Hi, Jamie. Welcome. You're getting some
Hey,
trials
Jamie.
time. Look at that,
Yes.
trial time.
We're in a breakdown right now.
I'm not turning back. The guilty will be punished. And I'll do what I must to make sure justice prevails. The guilty? Is she talking about Miss Sky?
Mr. Wright, doesn't this strike you as odd? Why did Miss Starr lie? It doesn't make any sense.
Huh?
She could have just said she saw the crime for the security guard station. It wouldn't change anything.
Exactly. This photograph tells all. It was the defendant who stabbed the victim.
It doesn't show any stabbing. It shows a woman looking in a trunk of a car.
Tap, the truth still stands.
I disagree. Objection. I mean, yeah, it still stands. I disagree, Mr. Edgeworth, because you've been trying to sit back on your laurels.
What? You had all this time to think of a retort, and that's what you went with?
If a witness is found to be lying, they're guilty of perjury. She knows this. Point. She wouldn't risk that without a good reason.
So tell us what her reason was, Mr. Wright.
Huh? Me?
Who else?
Mr. Wright, let's review what we know.
Miss Starr witnessed the crime from the security guard station. But she lied and said she saw it from B Block. It must make a vital difference. But what? What would change? I think the angle.
Distance to
The
crime?
angle. The
Or
angle.
angle to view.
The angle, because
angle.
if she was viewing from B
Well,
Block,
they're
she would
looking
get
from
a...
above
Well, not even that.
instead of straight on.
I think if you were looking from B Block, you would have seen the prosecutor's face and not the detective's face. But if you're looking from the security guard station, you would have seen the back of the prosecutor's head and not the front. So I bet the picture is actually of Emma's car looking in her own trunk after having some oil issues, like Dylan said. So angle to view the crime, I think is what it is.
Yeah, I'm feeling angle.
All right, we're all at angle. Tap! Why, the angle at which she saw the crime occur would change.
the angle? What do you mean?
Well, oh no! The security guard station is on the second floor, and, she would have to sort of more 3D view of the crime.
And this is important. Why?
No! What?
Okay, maybe it was distance.
No!
Damn! I thought we had it with that one.
I thought we had it. Yeah, fine, Extreme Guy, it's distance, okay?
I was torn between distance or angle. I thought angle was the obvious one, because
Yeah.
the security room is elevated where B block is
I'm just
not.
thinking it's literally on opposite sides, you know? Like, geez. But, alright. Say your line.
Perhaps you'd like to reconsider, Mr. Wright?
I would.
I don't need to say that again, do I?
No, we're just gonna move on. I don't care. I don't care. Blah, blah, blah. This feels like they think we're incredibly childish by repeating that whole thing. Distance to the crime. I mean, different lighting, no.
If it's different in lighting,
I think I would die.
I will be shocked.
It changes the distance between her and the scene of the crime.
Objection. Tab. My condolences, Mr. Wright. But one look at the floor plans and it's quite clear.
Yeah, we should all be good, Aiden. It's on your end. Sorry. I can't help you. Yeah, I don't know.
Try as we might.
I don't know.
My condolences, Aiden, but from one look at the chat, it's clear.
Same distance?
The distance between the scene of the crime and the guard station is 30 feet.
Well, no one gave me a ruler!
I don't see how that would change what she could see.
Okay, I guess it's the lighting.
Objection! What she saw is not in question here. What matters is the time it would take her to reach the scene of the crime. Miss Starr, you witnessed the crime from the security guard station. Now, how long did it take you to go from there to the scene of the crime where you arrested Miss Skye?
Well, witness.
You... yes? You ordered the squid wheels, right? The quality of my lunches has gone from low to inedible. I was bringing a PB&J lunch with fresh boysenberry jam to my boyfriend.
Oh, this case is making me hungry.
Yeah.
Boysenberry for the boyfriend.
He wasn't in the station, so I waited. I witnessed the crime from the glass-walled station. I bet she's the killer. I bet she's the killer because she fabricated this whole thing to frame the prosecutor. That's what I'm saying.
So...
If specifically her and it's specifically Lana Skye and Edgeworth were the two prosecutors that kicked her out. She literally made this whole thing so that it would be Edgeworth's car, Edgeworth's knife, and the prosecutor, right? So it would throw them both into, one would be in jail, one would be disgraced, right?
So
and all that sort of stuff.
It's like Edgeworth is her prosecutor, so it's like, how stupid would he look if it's like he's defending
Hold on.
the
I
guilty
think this is
person?
great. I agree, it all makes sense. But that's my problem. It makes too much sense. This game is not straightforward. It's quite hoopty-loopty. And so, unironically, I think there's a curveball we're missing.
It shall rear its ugly head when we
Yeah,
get to it.
we do usually not get all the evidence at the beginning, but that's a good point, Atathis. Boysenberry jam is red.
This is only day one of
Yeah, it really is.
the 3-day trial.
Yep.
And before I knew what I was doing, I found myself running towards the scene. But the door was locked. I couldn't open it.
Oh, so she ran around and then she took the picture.
Holy crap, that's a
Wow.
long time.
How
That was a long
fast
time.
did you run?
That's why I had to go through the visitors' parking in B block.
Okay, so that explains how she still got the picture, but that's quite a detour.
It really is.
It probably took me at least 5 minutes to get to the scene of the crime.
That's not what's in line with the current detective sort of mottos for the month. It's usually fast service or be there quick, and they usually have, like, response times of, like, 2 to 3 minutes. That's a bit
Okay,
slow.
But she's not a detective anymore. For 5 minutes? What you being so slow for? This changes things considerably.
That it does. But it was that woman over there in the defendant's chair who stabbed him. I know it. I have photographic evidence.
You got nothing.
I swear it. I swear it on my finest plastic spork.
You have a point, and the spork is a wonderful invention.
Oh my god.
Would you like another caviar lunch?
Absolutely!
Uh-oh.
Mr. Wright, you have to do something.
Do I have any evidence to stop this? I mean, yes, right? I'm gonna
Yeah,
raise an
raise-
objection.
raise an
The
objection.
object button presents itself, and I'm gonna do it. Objection! Tap! 5 minutes between witnessing... Oh, God. 5 minutes between the witnessing of the murder and the arrest. Think about it. Point! You could make pasta in that amount of time if you like it al dente and the water was already boiling, because, God, that takes forever.
It really does.
I've got lunchboxes that tie pasta into knots, rookie.
No, a 5-minute blank. Isn't that strange?
Strange.
If you were a criminal, what would you do with 5 minutes, Your Honor?
Well, I guess I'd flee the scene. Hey! Don't get the wrong idea. I didn't kill anyone.
Tap! Your Honor, while I totally agree, you have the instincts of a killer because you
I
would
got-
run. But this time was different. Miss Sky dawdled at the scene of the crime. She even had her picture taken. No true criminal would act this way. It's inconceivable. The ridiculosity.
Well then, it seems we've come to the end of this testimony. The witness has a grudge against the defendant and a blank in her testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, is the next witness ready to go?
This is a really long court case, like court section, it feels
Yeah,
like.
right?
Unfortunately, I appear to have overestimated this witness on account of her professional history.
Oh, edgy, come on.
We did it! We screwed that can shut, Mr. Wright.
That was too close.
I'm afraid that the cough-up queen has been dethroned.
Oh, boo 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 boo, bah, 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 bah.
And with that, court is adjourned.
Oh, snapperoonski.
Woo! We made it! Ah, man.
Hold it!
No.
Oh, that's
Hold it. Mr. Edgeworth, you ordered the squid wheels, right?
That's the one she tried to foist off on me.
I prefer to not take the defense team's leftovers. Anything else to say?
I might be able to save you. I have decisive evidence.
What was that?
Is this another one of her trick lunchboxes?
My apologies, but we have no further questions to ask of you, Miss Starr.
Is this your jumbo lunchbox?
Woohoo! A triple decker! I am pretty sure it's just elevator music going through the judge's head more than half the time. No thoughts, head empty.
I can't with that woohoo. That was too good.
Out of deference to the witness's determination, I'll allow one more testimony. Do you have a spork? I'd really like to eat this. Let's hear about this decisive evidence while I have my lunch break.
I need to say. Oh my god.
Okay.
No. He really took order in the court to a whole new level today, Jesus.
Hey, he's been asking for his chicken nuggets this whole time, and he never got them. It had to come back sooner or later.
Like the Lunchland motto says, you won't be disappointed.
What is she going to pull out of her lunchbox this time? God, this is what, 4th testimony? 5th testimony?
Oh, we're getting there.
Oh god.
I should have mentioned those 5 minutes when I wasn't looking at the crime scene. And now, to the matter of the victim's shoe. Did I not bring this up?
No.
2 types of blood were found on this shoe. One was, of course, the victim's, and the other blood type matched that of the defendant, Miss Lana Skye.
Excuse me?
This shoe proves it. It's flawless. It's iconic. It is Gucci decisive evidence.
What? There was blood found on that shoe?
Try Lunchland for all your lunch and decisive evidence needs.
Objection. Witness, what's the meaning of this?
I love it when Edgeworth objects to his own witness.
Why?
It's so great.
Why is this the first time I've heard of this evidence?
Simple. As I've already said, you're a worm, and I don't trust you with evidence, Mr. Edgeworth. That's why I took the liberty of investigating this myself.
I'm pretty sure you're not allowed to do that.
And you had blood tests performed?
Didn't I mention? I have 3 boyfriends, in forensics specifically. That's the other boyfriend, another other boyfriend, and that extra one over there in forensics.
Tap. In any case, Your Honor, I can't accept this as evidence.
Oh, that's a first, Edgeworth.
Wow!
What?
You must know the 2 rules of evidence law. Rule 1. No evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department.
Have we been following that rule at
No,
all?
we definitely have not.
In other words, this shoe is illegal evidence, at least for the time being.
Why are these rules only coming into question now? Like, the amount of times I brought random evidence up in court is numerous.
Is that right, Mr. Wright?
It seems so. Edgeworth sure is celebrating.
Not so fast, Mr. Edgeworth. Don't forget, I used to be a detective. As I mentioned previously, this shoe has already been tested by a member of the forensics department. As you can see, it was approved by the police department as of today. How quaint, Edgeworth. You love giving quick, small changes to evidence. I'm giving you a taste of your own medicine. Even the general public can produce official evidence, Mr. Edgeworth.
No! It's such a bad statement of the law. I can't handle it.
Is that right, Mr. Wright?
Don't look at me, Emma. I barely know the law apparently in the first place, but it seems so. Edgeworth is looking pretty sullen.
Yeah.
You could at least study some evidence law. Really?
So, real quick,
Yep.
based on evidence law,
Yep.
one of the two lawyers have to actually present the evidence to the court, or it's not evidence. It's just testimony. And testimony is evidence, don't get me wrong, but it means that the judge or the jury can't take the object or what document into the room with their deliberations and, like, review it. So that's, like, the big thing of why you want to get things into evidence. So the jury has it literally right in front of them.
But so she could show the shoe, but the jury wouldn't get it later on.
Yeah, she could testify about it. Props usually have to be okayed by the judge, not the police department. But, yeah.
What do you think the
chain of
second
custody
rule
is
is?
fucked here. The Field King is right. That's like a special evidence thing. It's basically you have to prove no one could have tampered with it in the meantime.
Yeah. Which I bet is what happened. Like, it's either that or she was trying to save him and she got blood on her shoe, you know? Like, you don't...
The legal profession has a term for this, and it's a fucky wucky, is all I'll say.
The prosecution's complaints notwithstanding,
Ugh.
it appears that this evidence satisfies the first rule of evidence law.
No, it doesn't.
However, it seems you have yet another count against you, witness.
Anything to ensure that the guilty are properly judged.
Oh, it was added to the record.
Okay. Very well, Mr. Wright. You may cross-examine the witness.
Jesus Christ.
You got any more caviar?
I want a lunch break, Your Honor. Yeah, we're just gonna press it all.
Yeah.
We're just going.
You should have mentioned that, so why didn't you?
Yeah, why did you lie about those 5 minutes? I guess you could say I wanted people to look at the results.
The results?
How many times do I have to say this? I saw the chief prosecutor stab the victim before my very own eyes. Compared to that, a 5-minute blank means nothing.
Then why didn't you just tell the truth?
Don't make me laugh. We're dealing with the most untrustworthy of the vile lot known as prosecutors. Falsified evidence, arranged testimonies, erasing and manipulating evidence. When you fight monsters, you need to use every trick in the book.
This is when the suspect is admitting she did it?
But false testimony is the most despicable crime of all, Mr. Starr.
Is
Worse
it?
than murder,
Yeah,
you
that's, murder is the non-joke crime, but perjury is the despicable crime.
Let's just get this over with.
No, you didn't bring this up. Hold it!
Yeah, why?
And you found this shoe at the scene of the crime? I detained the chief prosecutor and notified the police department. I wanted to make myself useful while I was waiting for the police to arrive, so I took off her shoes and shoved them into this evidence bag I keep in my lunchbox.
And so, like an ill-trained pooch, you snuck off with a shoe.
Isn't that the detective shoe, not the prosecutor's?
It does
Or am
look
I-
like... So it is she's claiming it's the prosecutor's shoe. But I will say it does look like the detective's shoe. Like, it is a white shoe, and he was wearing, like, all white. But,
Yeah,
you know,
that's why I'm.
it doesn't say anything about the size of the shoe.
I am very hot at the moment.
I was afraid someone would erase the chief prosecutor's crime. This shoe was my secret weapon, if that would happen. See, this fashionable basket I have here. It carries more than lunchboxes, gentlemen.
I'm happy for you and your lunchbox bag. Really.
In any case, you removed valuable evidence from the scene of the crime. Mr. Wright is allowed to do that, but you, that's a big no-no. Tell us what you did next.
I have special privileges.
Narrator, the defense attorney is not allowed to do that. Please don't do that. This is against the law.
Hold it! So, you brought it to the forensics department. If you're going to submit something as evidence in court, you need it approved.
Which is true.
To do that, evidence must be analyzed by a forensics expert.
Is that true, Dylan?
It depends on what the evidence you want to admit is. It depends on how you want to get it in and for what purpose.
Well, if
But,
it's...
like forensic evidence, yeah, it needs to be like proven.
Yeah, like blood, like whose blood it is on a shoe.
Yeah, like you
yeah.
can't just enter blood into evidence.
Yeah.
And she got away with her little coup because she used to be a detective.
The shoe does appear to have bloodstains on it.
But secretly, it's boysenberry jam. Especially if her boyfriends are in forensics, she could tamper the whole shit, right? Like,
Oh,
so maybe
yeah.
it is boysenberry
So
jam.
biased.
Well, the man was stabbed after all.
And
The blood belonged to the victim, Detective Goodman. As I said, there were 2 types of blood found on the shoe. And the other blood type matched that of the defendant, Lana Sky.
press, hold it, tap. You can't say for sure the blood belonged to the defendant with a blood test. I guess if she's saying the blood type matched, then yes, that's true. But you can identify people by blood, like a DNA thing. And she doesn't have like a twin or something.
You claim to know something about blood tests, rookie.
Huh?
Well, speak up.
Well, blood comes in 4 types, A, B, O, and AB. However, you can't tell from a blood test whether a murder was committed in cold blood.
That's just a figure of speech, Mr. Wright.
Actually, we can differentiate between millions of types with all the blood tests out there,
You're not helping, Emma!
which means that we can more or less narrow any sample of blood down to just one person. Or so I hear.
Thanks. That's pretty specific.
If I had a little more time, I would have gotten DNA test results.
So then I'm gonna go with no. I don't feel like that's true. Have you heard about this, Dylan? I haven't heard about
Never heard about what?
like being able to use blood type. That there's millions of blood types that you could narrow it down to a single person without a DNA test.
So, yeah, I don't think that's true.
It sounds fake. That sounds sussy
I-
wussy. There is 4 blood types. Technically 8 if you count positive and negative, right?
Yeah.
But like,
But they say,
Nope.
but they said there's very little doubt it could be anyone's but Miss Lana Sky's. She has that special, rare blood that only she has.
So the suspect's blood was found on the victim's shoe.
That ties her directly to the death of Detective Goodman.
I was afraid he was going to say that. Yeah, so I'll press this, and then that's everything pressed, and then we have to choose. I can't let this evidence go through without a fight.
You ordered the peppered fish guts, right?
Ew.
Some like it hot, Mr. Wright. Some like your client. She's in enough hot water to make a whole vat of soup.
Mr. Wright, do you or don't you have a problem with this shoe?
Problem? This is critical. Is there a problem with the victim's shoe? There is a problem. There is a problem.
There's a problem.
There is a problem. If I'm not imagining things, I'd say there is one critical problem with this evidence, a clear contradiction.
That gleam in your eyes. You're still young, rookie. I'd give you a peppered fish gut now, but you couldn't take the heat, could you?
Let's hear what Mr. Wright has to say. What is contradictory about the victim's shoe? Show us the problem with this evidence.
Oh god.
Oh, fun.
Oh!
Ooh. Can you go inside the shoe? Is there a size? Can you zoom in? Anywhere?
I cannot zoom in. It only allows me to rotate right now.
Okay. There's blood on the bottom. Would have had to step in it. Is that a thing?
Oh. Tap! I wonder if you've noticed there's blood on the bottom of this shoe.
Don't mess with me, rookie. Or it'll be your blood on the bottom of my shoe.
Is that a confession? Indeed. There's quite a bit of blood on the bottom of this shoe, in fact.
Raid ho, Ori.
Who's
Got a
here?
raid?
We got a raid. Hello.
Yee.
Oh, Albarin. Hello. Who is this?
checking
Albarin. Thank you for the raid. Thank you for the raid. Oh, another anima.
Ew.
It's 2 animas
Oh,
now.
wow. Lots of
Hello?
animals. Gypdragoon,
Dracoon.
welcome,
Gypped
welcome.
raccoon. Gypped raccoon. That's what
Gypped
it was.
raccoon, there we go.
Oh, thank you for the follow, everybody. Von
Oh my gosh,
Helger.
thank you so
Beautiful.
much.
Yes, we're playing Ace Attorney. We're having the
Helger,
vibes.
Hello. Yes, we are solving a case. It's a good time. If you want to stick around and see how it all unfolds, please do. We'd be more than happy to have you.
Yes, we're doing Rise from the Ashes.
Yes,
That's what it's called.
The
We'll
DLC
keep doing.
case.
Thank you for the follow, Raccoon. Gypped Raccoon.
Oh, thank you very much, Jeff Raccoon.
It
Alrighty.
makes sense. The victim was stabbed by a knife. Tab. What could possibly be contradictory about blood on the bottom of his shoe?
I don't. What?
Okay, let's think.
Can we
Is
look at
there
the
any
photo?
blood
Yeah,
on
there's-
the floor?
Oh, also, her shoes are black in the photo.
Yep.
This is
Oh,
definitely.
that could do it.
This is definitely the dude's shoe. Look at her black shoes. No
Absolutely
blood
is,
pooling around at the bottom at all.
There's
That's it.
literally no blood anywhere on
No
that
blood at
floor.
all. And her shoes are black. See, I knew the black shoes were a thing. Were a
As
special
soon as
thing.
I saw white, I was like, that had to be the detectives.
Indeed. Alrighty.
It's like this is video game land. Everything is color coded.
Present it, present it.
Present it. Sorry, there's. Can you go to YouTube? There's another bot in there.
Ah, rats.
Yeah, one sec.
Take that!
It's taking a while for me to load.
Oh, I got it now. I got it.
You got the bot?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm guessing your shoe was blood on it too. You just shot yourself in the foot.
Okay, that wasn't right.
That wasn't right?
Would you like a grinder or a grind from the heel of my boot, Mr. Wright?
Man, tough crowd.
Mr. Wright, let's be scientific about this. Examine the evidence.
As I thought, a waste of time. Well, that was a nice break. Let's return to the testimony, shall we?
Dylan, really, really quick. I might have blocked Restream IO in Twitch. Can you see if you can unban them?
Sure.
Okay.
Okay, did we just lose that bit we were trying to
I think
prove?
so. Hold on. Let me
Do
look
we
at
need
this.
to do it again?
Let me look at this shoe again, okay?
Because that seemed to be going somewhere.
Let me
for a
look at this
second.
shoe.
There's blood here, too.
On the sole of the shoe, it's gotta be the victim's. He must have stepped in a puddle of his own blood.
I thought that was Emma. Oops.
All this blood. Oh, it's horrible.
This blood might be an important clue. Yeah, which
Okay,
we
it
just
is an
talked about.
important clue. We just had the wrong evidence.
Maybe.
I think we need to start that chain of events again, right?
I don't know.
Because we were clearly on the right track. We were trying to prove why there were blood stains on the bottom, and the photo just kind of derailed it. I think we have to pick up that chain of events again. Like, trigger it again. What line did we do that on?
Did not bring this up. 2 types of blood. Well, no, it happened. I like went through it all, and it was like, is there a problem with the shoe? And then that's what happened.
Okay.
So I didn't like bring everything up.
So do we
So-
present it on this line?
I don't know. Oh. That's pretty sly, hiding evidence like that.
There's nothing sly about a lawyer using the law as a weapon. In any case, science is always on our side. Don't forget, scientific investigation is the wave of the future.
I guess that's what she meant by like looking at the bottom of the shoe. Maybe I should investigate this evidence a little more closely, which is what I did.
I
So-
think we presented on the decisive evidence line.
Yeah, you think that's what it was?
I'm thinking so, because she's saying it's good evidence and we're saying it's not.
Or is there a place where it says it's the victim's? Oh, so it is the victim's shoe.
The victim's shoe.
Ori,
Yes, so we're
Ori.
saying...
Yeah,
I
yeah.
was trying to offer help.
Oh.
And you guys have not seen it.
My apologies.
Oh.
I didn't prevent the photo. I presented the shoe twice. Oh, shit. Where did I present
did
the?
we?
Oh, okay. Very weird. So
thought we
where did I
presented the
present it?
photo.
I thought I presented the photo. Where did I present the shoe the first time? Do we know? Where did I present the shoe the first time? Was it on 2 types of blood, or was it on... Like, I don't know where to present the shoe that... I guess this one. Okay, flawless decisive evidence. Well, this one. This is where we'll press it. Oh,
I
God.
want to say
Jesus
yes,
Christ.
but I'm checking...
I keep trying to scroll through chat, and it keeps,
Chat.
like, progressing the shit. I'm very sorry. Goodness gracious. It's not working. Okay. Yeah, call out the shoe. But call out the shoe
Okay.
as decisive evidence? Is that what I'm doing? Oh, I pressed it. That's what I did. Right, I pressed it.
Yeah.
I pressed it. Okay. Hold it.
Okay, you accidentally showed the shoe again, not
Apparently.
the photo.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, okay. This is it. La la la.
Okay.
Blah blah
Yeah,
blah.
we saw all this.
Vat of soup. Yep, I do have a problem with this shoe. Okay, this
Not
is
a
what it
huge
is.
problem.
There is a problem. Then I look at the shoe. Blah blah blah. I don't care. Goodness gracious.
Okay.
This is
Make
the
sure
so
to click. Okay, so we click the bottom.
we click the
'cause that was
bottom,
what
we click the
found.
blood. That's what happens.
Blood on the bottom.
Yep, there's blood on the bottom of the shoe.
'Cause
Don't
it's
mess with
the
me,
photo,
rookie.
It's gotta be.
Yeah, but apparently I screwed up and was an
I
idiot.
didn't even see it happen.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Okay.
I
This
legit
is
thought
the
you
floor
presented
plans.
The photo and it failed.
This is the
Okay.
I'm
so
on the
make sure
crime
you
photo.
present That.
I'm not touching anything. I am pressing E.
Crime photo.
Take that. Tap.
Music stop.
Oh, the problem lies in the footprint. Okay, I just fucked up. Thank you. I'm very sorry, chat. No, something weird is happening with the whole setup, so my apologies.
The footprint.
Note that the bottom of the victim's shoe is covered in blood. Then, isn't it strange? Why weren't any bloody footprints found by the scene of the crime? She like dipped it.
Aha.
She dipped it in the blood. She just swirled it around. Reading chat is very powerful. As you can see, there were no traces of any such footprints at the scene of the crime. That contradicts your claim about this shoe.
This picture only shows part of the floor, so there could have been bloody footprints elsewhere.
Not where we went.
Objection! Tap! Then where are they, Mr. Edgeworth? Because we checked the scene and found nothing of the sort.
Order! 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 Well, witness.
What?
Great going, Mr. Wright. But it's true that the lack of a footprint is a contradiction.
Mm-hmm.
But then we have to ask why there wasn't a footprint.
Oh!
That's true. There has to be a reason why there wasn't a footprint. Think, Mr. Wright. Think! Think, Phoenix! Think!
Hey, I don't know why it's not there. I'm just good at finding contradictions, not about why.
What?
Nope.
Hold it. I see. Now I get it.
Do you?
Get what?
Our witness is more devious than I gave her credit for. To think a lunch lady. We were hoodwinked to the very end. But she slipped. There is one vital hint to the truth in her testimony.
Oh.
What are you talking about?
Dylan?
Think back to when she told us about apprehending the suspect.
The chief prosecutor tried to resist, but her efforts were in vain.
Kicked over the oil drum.
She knocked my hands aside and kicked over an oil drum. Oh, she's beautiful, but deadly. A predator, this one. A leopard woman. Rrrr.
I thought that was a strange thing for the normally cool-headed chief to do.
No kidding!
Now, witness, allow me to ask a very simple question. This oil drum, was it empty?
It would have had to be. Or not.
Oh, that? I'm not sure I like your attitude, Mr. Edgeworth. Although, apparently you're not the slowest conveyor belt in the lunchbox factory.
Witness! Well, was the oil drum empty?
The oil drum kicked over by the chief prosecutor was brimming with water.
Water? What does that mean?
Still don't get it, Mr. Wright.
Oh, it washed away the
washed away the
footprints?
footprints.
Do you want to know the real reason she knocked it over? The real reason.
Aha! You don't mean.
Yes, the suspect knocked over that oil drum for one reason and one reason alone. Tap. To erase the bloodstains that would become evidence against her.
Oh no! Ugh!
That ties things up quite nicely. The bloodstains left on the victim's shoes tie her quite clearly to this murder. Then, after the deed was done, she knocked over the oil drum to erase the telltale signs.
Why, that's a prosecutor's specialty, erasing evidence.
That reminds me. Miss Sky's right hand was hurt. Didn't she say she'd cut herself when she stabbed him?
So that's when my sister's blood got on the shoe?
Well, I see no reason to prolong this trial.
Mr. Wright, do something, please!
I'm trying. What? What can I do? Your sister has confessed to the crime, and she tried to conceal it.
But
Tap. Enough. There is no need for further debate. The verdict, Your Honor.
Very well.
But Angel Star is on the prosecutor's side. She could have been lying about the water.
This court finds the defendant Miss Lana Sky.
What? Oh.
Oh, he's so dramatic.
Hold it.
Oh, no. That was Emma.
Oh, hold it!
Little girl, what did you just say?
Huh? Me?
Did you say that I, Angel Star, was on the prosecution's side?
I think that hold it was from Angel.
Must have been.
Oh, well, yeah, you are. You're saying my sister hid evidence by erasing bloody footprints.
Well... I thought you had your fill, but here you are, demanding a second helping. Another lunchbox, a lunchbox called evidence.
Wait. Witness, don't tell me you have something else.
Objection. The time for deliberation has passed.
Yeah.
Any further comments and you will be held in contempt of court.
Your threats don't scare me, the cough-up queen. Look at this.
A photograph?
I had it just in case anyone had the gall to suggest that the white shoe didn't belong to the victim.
I see no room for error in this evidence.
Mr. Wright, wait! Look at the asphalt in this photo!
It's shiny?
Hey! It's clearly wet!
Erasing the last trace of doubt from the court's mind. Immediately after the murder, the crime scene was washed with water.
I'm sorry, Mr. Wright. I guess I couldn't help after all.
It's not your fault. I knew I couldn't win this case from the beginning. That's Doomer! And it seems this is just what your sister wanted anyway. Ugh.
This is dark.
I'm sorry,
is.
Mia.
This
Right. Wet or not. Don't be so quick to throw in the towel.
Ugh! The flashbacks are back!
Get yourself up off the asphalt. Take another good look.
Look, it doesn't even matter if the Faye sisters are here or not. They come to me anyway.
Don't give up. Not until the bitter end.
This is the last piece of evidence.
Very well. This time, I'd like to declare a verdict for good.
Objection! Tap! Your Honor, wait!
What is it with you people? Can't I hand down my verdicts in peace anymore?
After Von Karma showed what a pushover you are, Judge, no, you cannot.
Whatever it is, can't it wait?
No, it can't. Then it'll be too late. Look at this photograph. The last one submitted. This trial isn't over until we each...
Oh.
This trial isn't over until we give each piece of evidence proper consideration.
So, right. Are you saying there's a problem with the latest piece of evidence?
Indeed I am. Yeah, I'll think later. Make accusations now. Yeah, there is a problem. Right or wrong, I gotta go ahead with this.
I suppose, since we've come this far, we should give every claim a fair shake. Very well, Mr. Wright. Show the court the problem in this photograph. Okay.
The muffler!
Yeah, I was about to say, something's in the muffler.
There's something in
Yeah.
the muffler!
There is something in there.
There's something in the muffler! I'm doing it!
Is
Take that! I'm doing it! Tap! The problem in this photograph is here.
Oh. Dylan.
What's this?
You can stop trying, Dylan. We'll figure it out later.
There's something poking out of the car's muffler.
Wait just a moment, Mr. Edgeworth.
Do you mean you didn't know that this thing was in your car's muffler?
Your Honor?
You just said muffler.
Ooh.
However, I see no trace of a muffler or scarf of any kind in this photograph.
A muffler is also part of a car or a motorcycle, Your Honor? Like, just think of it as part of the exhaust system. A pipe.
I see, and I see. What's that suspicious-looking cloth sticking out of the car's muffler?
So what if there's something sticking out of the muffler? What does that have to do with this case? Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Oh, it's Ace Attorney. It's everything.
No. Sorry, Miss Star, but it's not gonna be that easy. In fact, you've already told us why this is important to the case. You said as much in your testimony. What?
Let's hear what Mr. Wright has on his mind. He won't let me go home otherwise. Tell us why you think this piece of cloth in the muffler is related to the case. The phone. The phone call.
Oh, yeah, the
Where
word
she said
muffler.
muffler.
Take that, Tap, Miss Star. Recall your testimony for the court. Yes. When I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. That's what had me confused in my earlier testimony. Muffler. Could it be that the muffler you heard mentioned was not a scarf, but was actually this exhaust pipe? Tap! If so, that means this piece of evidence, this piece of cloth, which might be a muffler in a muffler, is a vital piece of evidence.
You guys are sure she's not taking applications? Or...
You're only allowed to say that because it's me.
Yes, right.
It seems we will have to suspend the proceedings.
Good. Suspend.
I find myself wondering about that piece of cloth. If we leave any question unanswered here, we do a disservice to the law. Have the car at the crime scene inspected at once and bring me that cloth. The verdict will wait until after we've seen all the evidence. Agreed.
I suppose so.
That was...
Oh, no. Oh, that was close.
But we made it. At least for now. Every once in a while I screw up, I'm sorry.
This court will adjourn for a 30-minute recess.
Only a recess?
Don't
It's
worry.
lunchtime after all.
When the judge says 30-minute recess, you know it's actually 2 hours, so you're fine.
Well, I think this is a mistake. It says judge, but
That's wrong.
this is
yeah.
definitely
I was
Phoenix.
about to say,
Oh, look at this.
Objection! Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, the video game. You're incorrect.
He's
seriously.
still hungry?
Damn.
No,
All right.
that was the judge's own thoughts being like, dude, you've had caviar, slow down, but the lunches are so
my God.
good.
Well, this is a good place to end for
No,
Dylan.
it's a good
You
place to
believe so.
begin.
Oh, yes, to begin the
All right,
beautiful
chat.
game
Crime or no crime?
of crime or no crime. This will take 1 second. We won't read anything. I just need to get to a point where I can escape. Escape!
And yet you had to interrupt my welcome.
Go on. Dylan?
Hello.
Yes, one moment.
Apologies.
Just making the stream smaller.
Ah, yes.
Alright, you guys can still hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, chat. Alright, chat. This is a game that you guys will be playing as well, not just watching us play. Participating directly in chat.
Indeed.
This is a game I've created called Crime No Crime. I'm going to tell you a bunch of things. And I'm going to ask you, chat, and you, Ori, and you, Mars, whether it is a crime or not a crime.
Yes. This is good.
Should be yeah, listen. You think you know what crimes are? Think again! Or maybe don't, seeing as how well you do. Alright. The first one. Okay. So you're driving your car, and you're tired. And you don't notice that cute old lady walking across the crosswalk until it's too late. And you ram down Granny Mayweather right there, dead in the street, killing her instantly. Crime or no crime?
I'm gonna say crime.
Interesting guess. Ori?
I'll keep a quick crime as well. Atathis is crime. Stumilkas is crime.
Yeah, it seems quite obvious, doesn't it? We have a near unanimous crime in the chat. Ah, but the Fuel King rides in to save the day. For what I have told you is no crime at all.
Oh, no.
Really? They wouldn't try to say you were being negligent by not being awake?
Here's the secret to the crime no crime game. The only thing you have is what I say. You can't infer anything else. You can't add fact. Don't fight the hypo. All I've said is that you're tired. I didn't say that you were negligent per se, but yes, I'd love to explain. Criminal results aren't criminal unless you also have either the intent or the recklessness or the negligence.
And that doesn't count as recklessness?
No, merely driving tired is not by itself reckless and is not by itself negligent.
Really?
Yes. But we'll get to just what negligence is.
Yeah, we do
we'll talk about manslaughter in quite a moment. Manslaughter is very specific, and we'll get there immediately. But we'll actually get there in our next question. Because now, new hypo. Just the takeaway from the first one. If it's truly an accident, and it's not reckless and it's not negligent, it's not a crime. Now, you can still be sued for a lot of money, because maybe you're at fault. But it's not a crime.
Oh.
So no jail time is what I'm saying.
And a lifetime of therapy for the atrocity you've committed.
Oh, yeah. You've probably ruined a family, and you're going to be going to court civilly. But no crime. All right, our next question. Here's the hypo. You're driving your car, and you're on your third consecutive night without sleep in a row. But you think you're a tough guy. You can handle it. Sleep is for losers, and you're no loser. Now, it just so happens you fall asleep at the wheel. And you kill Granny Mayweather, who was walking across the street in that crosswalk. You kill her dead. Crime or no crime?
Well, now hearing what I know from before, I'm gonna say no crime.
I'm gonna stay with crime.
Okay.
Now it's a crime.
Yeah. Let me
now
hear.
it's negligence.
Let me hear your guesses. This one has to be crime. Crime now. Okay. All right. A few more seconds, chat.
Are these the questions they ask you on tests, Dylan?
Unironically, yes. But they usually ask why. They don't just say crime, no crime. They say crime, no crime, why. Dylan, please don't laugh at my negligence. It's not, well, funny you should say that. Yeah. Oh, well, shit. Fuel King coming in again with the no crime. Well.
Is it really no crime?
No.
Oh.
You'll be happy to know this is a crime.
Oh, good. Thank God.
Specifically,
because it's 3 days of no sleep. You made that choice, right?
So, the important fact here is that they thought they could handle it, but based on the facts beforehand, it's very clear it's an unreasonable risk to drive that long sleep deprived.
Okay.
And so even if they didn't recognize it, it's still a crime. And in this case, it's criminally negligent homicide.
So that's one where they have absolutely no sympathy for you.
Well, Yeah, yeah. You're gonna go to jail for this one. It's actually a crime. But the trick here is that you didn't realize that there was a risk. You probably shoulda. In fact, you definitely fucking shoulda. But you didn't. And so that's what makes it negligence. You can't intentionally negligence. You have to not realize something.
Well, that's the whole definition of negligence.
Yeah, exactly. And so, we are taken to our third question. You're driving your car, and you know you don't have enough sleep to drive safely. You were up all night watching Ori's stream. But you estimate, correctly, that the chances of getting into an accident are like 10%. Which is fine with you. You roll the dice. And it's very unlikely, in fact 9 out of 10 chance that you will not get into an accident. And you do get into an accident. You happen to kill someone, Granny Mayweather, running over her in the street.
Cosmic dice, man.
Cosmic dice indeed. Crime or no crime?
Ugh. Okay, so it's one night, you stayed up, you thought you could handle it.
But it's unlikely?
I'll read it one more time.
Yeah.
You're driving your car, and you know you didn't have enough sleep to drive safely because you were up all night.
Okay.
But you estimate the chances of getting into an accident are like 10%. And for the sake of argument, let's say you're correct. It's only a 10% chance.
Mm-hmm.
But you roll the dice, you get it on that 10%, you run over Granny Mayweather. Crime, no crime.
I'm gonna go with crime.
The Fuel King is out here.
My saying is it's still a crime. You run her over.
Yeah,
That's still a crime.
Okay, so
My feeling is you knew. You were aware. You can't claim innocence.
So, Mars, or you both say crime?
I'm saying crime.
I'm going crime.
The tables have turned here, because now Fuel King is the only one incorrect.
Good.
This is a crime. And this is manslaughter.
Yeah.
What makes it manslaughter is that you knew the risk, but you had a, quote, conscious disregard. That's the legal magic word. So this is the difference between negligence and recklessness. Here, you were reckless. You knew. You didn't care.
Okay.
For negligence, you didn't know, but you shoulda. And so that's the whole ballgame with that. And now we have one more bout of questions for crime or no crime.
Oh, let's do it.
So we talked all about
this.
accidents, about negligence, about recklessness. But now, let's make this a little bit more personal to someone in the stream. I don't know if they're here now, but you'll understand in a second.
Oh my.
You have a plan. You have a plan to steal from the bread shop that you work at. And so you draw out a detailed and diagrammed plan to steal those baguettes. You got it all figured out. You put it in writing and everything. You've dotted your I's, you've crossed your T's. You have the perfect plan, and you've coordinated your schedule so that you've got nothing else to do that day, and that no one is likely to see. And you're all ready to go to work and get away with it. But on your way to work, as you travel across town, you're taking the subway, and you just happen to bump into a police officer. And unbeknownst to you, your little plan with this perfect coordinated heist, it's just in your back pocket. It falls out, and you have no idea. And so, the police officer picks down, he reaches down, he grabs your little note, and he reads the whole plan eyes wide. And he arrests you on the spot for your plan. Crime? No crime.
I feel like this is a trick question. I'm leaning toward no crime.
Interesting.
I mean, it's premeditated.
Can you do this one more time?
But no action is
facts again?
Yeah, tell me the facts again.
Yeah, you plan to steal from the bread shop you work at. You draw out a detailed and diagrammed plan to do so. It's clear as day. You got it all figured out. You put it in writing and everything. You coordinated your schedule so they got nothing else to do that day and that no one else is going to find out. But on your way to your work, as you're traveling across town, you bump into a police officer. You drop the note, and the cop reads the whole plan. He's got it all there. It's even literally signed by you. And he arrests you on the spot. Crime,
my answer is crime. It's attempted larceny because, yeah, I agree with the Tathis says that even if you just hand that off to someone else, you're an accomplice. Yeah, like I would feel like if you had that level of knowledge about that to do it, you would be with, like, conspiracy, right? So I'm going with crime. Bzz.
Fuel King, Jamie.
I'm sticking with my no crime verdict. And I can explain why, depending on if I'm right or not.
Alright, I'm gonna give the answer in about 5 seconds. Wasn't paying attention, no problem, no problem.
How
Fuel
dare
King,
you,
if you
Jamie.
were, you got the last 2 seconds. 3.
I think Fuel Cave is just saying no crime to everything at this
Yeah,
point.
saying no crime to everything. So this one, no crime.
What?
No crime at all.
Okay. Explain. Do you know
Oh, I'll
why?
explain. Oh, I know
Okay,
why, yeah.
first I want to say that my understanding was that if you had that level of, like, understanding about preparing to do a crime,
Yep.
you were guilty of conspiracy, which is a crime.
Ah, we're gonna get to that.
Oh,
Put
God.
a pin in that, Kevin.
No.
Should I explain what my reasoning was for no crime?
Real quick, give me your reasoning, and then I'll explain the law.
Okay, so my reasoning is there was an episode of The Twilight Zone that I had seen. It's where the coin lands on its side and the guy's able to read minds. And in one instance, he overhears one of the old loyal employees talking about how he's going to steal from the bank vault. And it's this very detailed plan, very in-depth, and he goes to, like, warn the boss or police about it. And then they go check the guy's briefcase and there's nothing there. And he says to himself, oh, I just think that sometimes I was never going to really go through with it, so I thought someone could claim that.
So nice intuition, but the motivation for why this is not a crime is similar. So real quick, we're not talking about conspiracy, so don't put that in your mind for a second. We'll get there.
Go.
But before we get there, for it to be an attempt to do a crime, which is itself a crime, like attempted robbery, attempted burglary, that's actually a crime. This isn't that. It's not attempt. And the reason why depends on the state. But in all states, this is not a crime. Well, at least not any of the states I learned about. But in New York, for it to be an attempt, the test is literally dangerous proximity. So you literally have to be, like, right about to do it. Like, opening the fucking baguette drawer. Like, we're talking right fucking there.
Hands in the cookie jar.
Like, literally.
Caught
literally.
red-handed.
Like, at the very least, you have to
Literally
be,
that
like,
logic.
going into the fucking, like, area that's off limits with the bread. Like,
Wow.
it really is dangerous proximity.
I'm
Which is
amazed
very
they let go that long.
Yeah, so unironically, if the cop waited for the crime to actually take place or get to the dangerous proximity,
Would have been
that
fine.
would have been fine. Then it would have held up in court. He would have gone down. But the cop
I'm
arrested him
curious,
too
Dylan.
early.
Any repercussions for the cop for arresting the guy?
No, of course not. Absolutely not. The law is very, very
Well,
reticent to
I
punish
mean, of
cops.
course not, but, like, hypothetically.
No, seriously, the Supreme Court's like, we can't punish the cops for being amazing cops. Like, this was literally a court case. And the court was like, I feel so
Really?
cool. Yeah, the court was like, I feel so happy. We have such astute protectors guarding our safety and
Oh,
security.
God.
Wow. What year did this take place?
I forget the exact year. I left my notes in the car because it was
Too
raining.
soon.
that-
Too soon.
that's
But this
fair.
is very
That is
clear.
very
Doc
fair.
Conway. Yeah. California has a different test. It's not the dangerous proximity one. They have unequivocality, where basically it's got to be like 100% clear that there's not an innocent explanation for this, and that's where your thinking, Mars, would come in. It's possible it's not like he actually planned this; he's just writing something,
Mm-hmm.
and so there would have to be. Again, it's just too early. The cops arrest him.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Or, you know, he could just been a writer trying to figure out something for his book.
Right.
Oh, my goodness.
All right, I got one more. One last one. You plan to steal from the bread shop that you work at, but you have an accomplice, and her name is Marissa. And you and your Marissa go specifically in the dead of night to steal the bread from this bread shop. You've planned it all out. And you have no detailed diagram. You have no detailed plan. You're not idiots. But you do have a plan. And the plan is to go to the bread shop, to sneak in through the window you left open and to steal that bread. And
Yep.
so, you go on your way to the bread shop. But you two were talking about this plan kind of loudly, and there happened to be a couple of police officers just right around the corner. They heard the whole plan, and so they arrest you right on the spot. You haven't even gotten into the train station to go across the town. Crime? No crime.
Ooh. Okay, so
Now it's a crime because they have a reason to think that you are actually going to do it.
I was about to say they were on their way, right?
And they, like, said that they're gonna do it, like, right now. Like, gonna go
Yeah.
through the window, like now.
Talking in depth, like, this is
Yeah.
what we're doing, this is how we're doing it. Oh yeah, I got this plan. I'm gonna go crime. I think it's right in that sweet spot, right at that moment.
Okay. Mara says crime. Ori? Lock
I
it in,
said crime. Crime.
Alright, crime. We have chat 5 more seconds. We already have 2 answers. I say no crime. I love how whenever someone says no crime, they're so indignant. Like the Fuel King was all caps. No crime.
Not this time. He's not as confident.
Alright, I'll give 3 more seconds for Jamie.
It's okay, guys. My confidence has been shaken as well.
Oh.
Everything
I think
thought
Jamie's
about
claiming
laws
crime.
being tossed
I
out
did.
the window.
His name isn't black, so I always have to mouse over it to see.
Yeah.
I got you, Jamie. Sorry.
Oh, you
All
can
right.
change the settings.
This one is a crime.
Woo!
It is exactly what Atatha said, and Jamie. This is a conspiracy.
Jeez.
But notice, the facts were very similar to the first one about the bread shop.
But it's just another
But if
person's
there
existence.
was one person
Oh
planning,
god.
that's not a conspiracy. But if there's 2 people, that's a conspiracy.
I hate that.
And so, the same exact conduct, if you add in another person, that is now the crime of conspiracy. You cannot make a conspiracy
Jeez.
with yourself. You can't do it.
Really?
Even if you have multiple personality disorder, you can't do it.
That's not how multiple personality
Jeez.
disorder works, but
Well, okay, even if you had some other disorder.
Split told me otherwise. No.
Yeah.
so inaccurate.
Even if you have multiplicity or something that gives you different personas or whatever, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how authentic it is. It has to be different actual people, different bodies. I mean.
That is true, Jamie.
This is why vigilantes exist.
Oh my goodness.
So wait, all I have to do to get away with conspiracies is prove I'm the person involved, the only one, you mean?
Yeah.
So it's by definition not a conspiracy if it's just you.
Ah.
Because the definition of conspiracy requires 2 or more people.
Hmm.
Now, I'm not encouraging you to plan crimes, but the specific crime of conspiracy would not be broken. You wouldn't have broken the law.
I
least
see.
not- Generally speaking.
Yes, take this information to Jeopardy. Nowhere else,
Yeah, literally.
please.
Obviously, every state might vary slightly with their laws, but this is the general rule.
All right
That's really
then.
interesting.
Yeah.
Very wild.
Thank you, everyone, for attending our first annual event of Crime No Crime.
Crime or no crime? I'll make something nicer
Crime,
next
no
time.
crime.
We'll have
You'll
a
make
nice
something
little
nicer.
screen.
Show
Yeah, we'll have like a
introduction.
screen. Maybe I'll
Oh,
have
right.
like little things I can drag so it shows like Mars and I lock in crime or no crime, and then we'll
Oh,
have
that
it
would
like
be
reveal
so fun.
crime or
Oh,
not.
nice.
You know, we can have something fun. Yeah, confetti. Yeah,
Confetti.
exactly.
Yeah.
Whee!
I was actually do it, but in my stuttering class of all places, we actually went over a court case, where the defendant stuttered. It was interesting. I'd have to quick review it before I could talk about it, but if anyone were interested in that story,
I just love.
let me know because I need to return the textbook soon.
Yeah, we'll do it next time. Because I think it's about 10 to midnight, 9 to midnight.
About 9 to midnight.
Yeah. Yes. All Dylan does is talk to me about law stuff. But I love it, JB. I agree that I hate the court system more and more every time Dylan talks about it, which is very true.
Oh yeah.
I really
It
do.
just makes you lose hope. But it's interesting.
An accounting rule set? Is that like to keep score? No. But yes.
I wonder, should we have seeds of knowledge as rewards at the end of these, or?
Oh, we could
Oh,
give seeds of
shit.
knowledge every time. Okay.
No,
So
Wait,
you
wait.
get the satisfaction of being right.
Ooh.
We'll tally them
First of
up.
all-
Do you have?
Yeah. We should do like a scoreboard. The top 3, or like the top 1 or 2 people who got the most points at the end. With seeds of knowledge.
Here, I'll tally it up. First one was no crime, right?
Oh, I have a text document. I'll pull it up.
Thank you.
The first thing was no crime.
So we have Fuel King, we have Jamie, we have Atathis, we have Mars, we have Extreme Bolt Guy, and we have me. So Fuel King got the first one right. Nobody else got that one right.
Yeah,
Second
then the next
one.
It was a crime. It was criminal
Okay,
negligent homicide.
so we got Atathis, we got Jamie, not Fuel King. I don't remember Mars and I, so Mars, we're not in this one.
I believe I said
this
no
is
crime.
funny now.
Okay.
Fuel King was just gonna say no crime no matter what.
That's so funny. All right.
But now
Alright,
you know that
after
points
that-
are on the line.
Yep. The next
the
one.
third one was a crime. It was manslaughter.
Okay.
Yep.
Not Fuel King. Hold on. 1 for Atathis. 1 for Jamie there. Nobody else chimed in, it looks like there.
Okay.
Alright. The next
And
one.
then finally, the plan to steal. That was not a crime. No crime.
Yes. Okay.
And then after that one, the 5th question, that one was a crime. Conspiracy.
So that was Jamie again. Atathis again. Not Extreme Will Guy. Alright. It looks like Jamie and Atathis got the most with 3 each, tied for 3 each.
Nice.
Congratulations.
So we'll give each of them.
Can you like run down the score real quick?
My understand, if I did it right, Fuel King had 2, Extreme Bulk Guy had 2, and then Jamie and Atathis each had 3. You counted 3
shit.
for yourself too, Extreme Bulk Guy? Alright, I'll trust you. I tried to
the
scroll
count.
through, and there's not like
Stop
there's not like a specific end to when we started talking about the next crime.
That's what I should do. I should type in chat no crime or crime.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
should next time. So
That would help
we'll
lock
give
it
everybody but Fuel King. I'm sorry, because Fuel King said no crime every time, and there's only 2 that were no crime, so he couldn't have won. He just couldn't have done it mathematically.
Gotta be fair.
Objection.
Okay, add points. Atathis. We'll give 500
Oh
to
shit!
everybody.
You guys are
And-
rich.
Points. The
We are pretty
Extreme
rich.
Bolt Guy.
Damn.
And then... Because now everybody can buy a forced water break for next time. That's what 500 points does, right?
Ooh. One last thing. We'll apply the principle we learned to a real life case.
Okay.
Ooh.
So I guess trigger warning. I'm just going to briefly, administratively talk about what would happen after a school shooting, just legally speaking.
Uh-huh.
So
We got fun topics here.
Yes.
yeah. But anyway, so there's this guy. He's a school shooter, Ethan Crumbly. He was in the news a couple months ago. He shot up a school. He was a relatively young person, but he definitely killed people with a gun. And so that's bad, obviously a crime, murder. But he planned the whole thing out in a notebook, a detailed plan. And his mom was cleaning his room, and she found the notebook. And she flipped through the pages, and she was disturbed by it, but she didn't really know what to think of it. And so she told her husband, and her husband just actively didn't believe it. Like, he's like, he's kind of the messed up kid, but he wouldn't do this. But then he literally bought a gun, and he encouraged his son to have access to it and play with it. And
Oh, God.
this was the gun he used in the school shooting. And so the school shooter was obviously charged with murder. He's guaranteed going down. But
Good.
the parents were also charged with a crime.
Mm.
And they were charged because it seems as though they didn't recognize the risk. They were charged with criminally negligent homicide.
That's what negligence.
I was gonna say it's either negligence or possibly conspiracy, but I wasn't too sure on
It's
that.
definitely
So
not
it's not
conspiracy because
conspiracy.
they weren't part of it. They weren't planning to do it with him.
Oh, right, you
Conspiracy.
gotta be
have to
part of it.
have the same level of intent. Like you have to actively join this agreement.
So if he
Same
bought
level
the
of
gun for the
conspiracy,
kid, like specifically for
Right.
the kid to do it, then that would be conspiracy. But because he was
I-
just like, I'm buying a gun.
Yeah, we didn't talk
Exactly.
about accompliceness today, but to be an accomplice, to be complicit, you're charged with the same actual crime, like, for example, murder, but you would have to have aided and abetted the person who did the murder with the specific intent to help him do that crime.
So like
I-
if
So here, he didn't actually intend to do that.
so
the father was
conspiracy is when you planned to do the crime together of some
Correct.
sort. But
doesn't
accomplice
have to
would
be
be
Intent
accomplice would
as
be
the other person involved.
well there's all those
So being an accomplice, being like in a conspiracy, they're related topics. A lot of times, people who are accomplices also have a conspiracy. But you can be an accomplice without actually having a conspiracy.
So would you say if there was a case where someone shot someone else with a gun and this person, the shooter, was not supposed to like they were banned from having access to purchasing firearms, right? Whatever they can't legally obtain firearms where they are. So they ask their neighbor to purchase a gun for them, right? That's weird, right? So there's no way the neighbor's just like, this is a totally normal thing, you know, nobody does that, right? So the neighbor then doing so, would they be an accomplice?
It depends.
Or would they more
If
be
they
criminally
knew-
negligent?
It's definitely negligence. That's easy, and that's actually why these parents were charged with negligence, because it's easy to prove. It's easy to prove they should have seen the risk and they didn't see it. And even if you agree they didn't see it, it's still a crime. Now, what actually probably happened was it was recklessness. It was probably manslaughter. The parents probably saw the risk and they probably consciously disregarded it because they didn't think if they rolled the dice, it would get the bad result.
Yeah, like that 9
But
out
they
of
can't-
10 thing before.
But that's the problem. You can't prove if the parents actually consciously knew and then disregarded it.
Jamie asks a question. If the parents had tried to get the kid into therapy and locked the gun in a safe, they wouldn't have been charged with the crime?
They would not have been
Yep.
charged with a crime.
So you are right, Jamie.
That's correct.
They would have done the best that they could.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if it still happened, like, then
Well,
it would
yeah.
Unironically,
Attack
Like,
is
if
yes.
they
let's
did,
do
if they
something.
did one of those two things, they probably still wouldn't have been charged with crime. But this is so clear that
That they did
should have
nothing,
absolutely,
and they did way worse than
absolutely
nothing.
should have seen the risk.
Yeah.
Yeah. They didn't just do nothing.
saw it
They
and
did
then were
worse
just
than
like,
nothing.
Huh, weird.
Yeah.
Guess we'll ignore that.
Well, I mean, the gun was mostly for the dad. That's true, but the dad, when he bought it, literally encouraged the school shooter to get like familiar with it, to like play around with it,
And on top of it, didn't lock it up at all.
and then he didn't actually keep it in a safe spot.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So it's like my child seems to have tendencies towards gun-related violence, and then
Yeah.
let me show him how to use a gun.
So the chain of events was his mom finds this notebook with the detailed plan. I believe you said she shows it to the dad,
She did, yes.
and then following it, the dad thinks, "Okay, I'm going to teach my son how to use a gun." After
Literally.
reading this detailed plan,
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
What the hell?
Negligence.
know.
Yeah, criminally negligent indeed.
Ugh.
Criminally negligent homicide, yeah.
No,
Or just,
what
like outright denial.
I will say it's very important, though, that you mentioned that the mother actually showed this to the father, because I will say, in my time as a sales representative, I do know that so many, an unprecedented amount of married couples don't tell the other one very important things. The amount of times that I showed up to somebody's house under, like, a scheduled visit, like somebody called the office, talked with somebody, scheduled me to meet them at a certain time. I knock on the door, and the other person comes to the door. I don't know, who made the appointment. I just know I have to be there, right? The other person who didn't make the appointment comes to the door and is like, "Who are you?" It's like, "Oh, yes, I'm, with Tree Company. I'm here to look at, we had an appointment." "I don't know anything about an appointment. What's this about an appointment?" "Oh, well, somebody called, what?" you know, oh, my husband who's not here apparently made it. Let me call him. It's like, what the fuck? You can't. You're not gonna be here, and you don't tell your wife, or you don't tell your husband. Like, what?
The takeaway from that is communication is important.
Jesus Christ. Well, because if you didn't say that, Dylan, I could have said maybe she just never told the father and he wouldn't have known. So only the mother was criminally negligent then.
No, I think the father would still fall into that camp because he didn't lock it up.
He didn't lock it up.
I'm sorry. If he's making those plans in a notebook, there's no way that it isn't manifesting in other behaviors as well.
Okay, yeah, Dylan agrees.
Like it had to be noticeable.
All right.
There's no way.
With that, we wrap up today's stream and law game of Crime or No Crime.
Such a lighthearted topic.
Always. We always
I
do.
know.
We always
That's my
do.
whole thing. Yeah, the law
Don't let it
is
out.
really it's kind of upbeat, you know.
Yeah.
Yes.
No. Nothing bad here.
Yes. Well, thank you again for the raid, Owlbear Inn, if anybody from that is still here. I think some of you are, I hope.
If you've stuck around, thank you
for
so
that.
much for sticking with us. We hope
Sorry
you
about
enjoyed what you've seen and heard tonight.
Yes, very sorry about the weird chat thing that happened with my software, so that'll be figured out.
We're still adjusting.
We will
We're
see
trying
you
some
all.
new things this week.
It looks like a software problem. I will see you all tomorrow, hopefully, for... Oh, hello, Johnum. Coming out of the ether here.
Johnum, hey there. Great timing. We're wrapping up.
Perfect timing, Johnum. Indeed. Well, we're glad to have you here in existence. You showed your face.
Always.
That means a
Anytime.
lot.
I've got
you can
some
come.
free seeds of knowledge from
Exactly,
Crime, No
Johnum.
Crime.
From Crime or No Crime. If only you said crime every time.
We
All
got
right.
3 out of 5.
Yeah, and that would have succeeded because
Yeah,
that was the most
Dylan
anybody
did
got.
try to make it challenging. He didn't go
I
easy
think
on us.
Mars technically would have won, but I don't remember what we answered because we didn't put it in the thing. Again, we'll make it more official next time. This is a fun trial thing. Hope to see everybody who wants to tomorrow for
Yes,
Drawings and Dragons. And we'll be talking
Gonna be a
about
good
Pathfinder and probably
Yes.
hearing more about other people's things. I think Extreme Bolt Guy had his first session. I know PCM always has Neffy things to do. So we will all see
PCM
you.
said Neffy things were coming up, so
Yeah.
expect that.
So
It's gonna be a good time tomorrow.
you can also expect another there's an Ace Attorney video out now if you need to get more of us, plus my incredible 2010 editing. And if you there's
It's
another
amazing,
one
guys.
coming out tomorrow, so you can also look forward to that as well.
Yes, we're
all
playing
right.
catch up.
We are. It'll be a while. We're on Turnabout Samurai, so it'll be a bit. But
If you want to relive the magic, that's where you can find it.
sad Extreme Bolt Guy, but
The shorts
soon.
that Rory makes, guys, the shorts are amazing.
Yes.
shorts are
so all the
phenomenal.
shorts on
They're
YouTube,
so good.
they are caught up. So the ones from last week are starting coming out today. I think was the first one. Came out today. And you can always look at there. It's here on YouTube. Very fun stuff.
Hell yeah,
and
hell yeah. Good night, guys.
good night. See you
Good
then.
night, all. See you tomorrow.